Welcome back to finally the conclusion of Trouble in Willowdale. Where we last let off, we were in the middle of combat. This Marcus guy, who clearly is not really Marcus, more of a cover or disguise. Marcus is laying waste to the town of Willowdale. You guys came upon it. Remember, the streets are littered with bodies. There was a woman who approached you guys as you came off the mountainous trail up to the mine, and she was completely distraught. Her husband got killed. She was holding a baby. It was crying. You guys gave her some comforting words, and she took off and hid behind a bush. And she told you guys, he's in the main street area of the town. So you guys made your way here. And a fight broke out, of course, and Marcus he's very smug. He's arrogant. You could definitely tell, or when I say Marcus, whatever this entity is, whatever this creature is, he's very arrogant. He seems unconcerned about anything that you guys have thrown at him so far. In fact, he even mocked Dalton as Dalton, you're saying things like, oh, the gods, empower you and stuff. And he realizes you're a priest. And so he's just kind of mocking your belief in a Monitor, the sun god, and the rest of the gods. And he basically came at you saying, I am power, I am creation, serve me. And unfortunately, you bombed your saving throw, which he instilled a charm over you, which means at this point forward, Dalton, when your turn comes up, Marcus gave you explicit instructions to destroy all those who oppose him, which is, of course, your friends here, your previous friends, and specifically to start with the High Elf first, which is Rellya, who just went behind that burning building to try to get some cover. So you need to, I guess, as a player, you need to think, okay, what would Dalton do? His mind is messed up, basically. He's effectively charmed. He thinks Marcus is his new god, so to speak. So he's going to do all he can to make sure that Marcus wins. So just do what your abilities you think would make sense to be the most impactful to help Marcus win the fight. Which sucks for the rest of the party because that means you guys had two healers, Thinor and Dalton. And Dalton being the primary healer, he's pretty much he's now an enemy. So that sucks. So we were about to, let's see, I think we finished round 4, or were we about to start round 4?
We shouldn't have.
We were about to start round 4? Okay.
Yeah, we'd finished with after you reshuffled the deck, and we stopped.
Okay, so I already shuffled, so we're good to go. I'm just going to start pulling cards. Here we go, guys. Round number 4, I think. Oh,
Jesus.
Heck yeah.
This guy's gonna whoop our ass, man.
Oh boy.
Well, Thinor's first.
No, man, he's gonna go after Ronin all the way over there, man. You don't know that.
Yeah.
I've already measured. I'm 165 feet away. Hopefully that's fucking far enough.
No, yeah, he's gonna hit me. At least he's gonna half health me. Watch. If I'm not far, I think I might be far enough. He can't float over the building, can he?
Oh, we can't?
Okay.
I mean,
So, Thinor, as you take cover back behind the other side of that building, you are astonished as you look behind you and you see Marcus just floating through the air at a very fast speed. It is definitely apparent now at this point that running away from Marcus is pretty much going to be impossible. He is moving extremely fast through the air, and he comes along and he's looking for you and he spots you. And he then, again, he's starting his mocking, and again with his arrogance, and he says, "Ah, there you are. Some people would consider you an abomination, half-elf." And yeah, he's just completely mocking you, and you instantly see these 2 burning embers appear in each of his hands, and he thrusts the first one out at you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And as the first one comes in, you were anticipating it, and you jump to the left right at the last moment, and the flame crackles and scatters across the ground with the little green vegetation that's there. It just starts to wither and burn. And there's a smoke that just emanates up from the ground as you dodge the strike. But then you look up and you see the other one coming in right behind it. And that one, there is no jumping away. All your momentum was headed the one way, and he took advantage of it, and he just nails you right in the chest.
Oh.
For 8 points of fire damage. Okay. And he is going to be done. All right, Rellya.
All right.
Better fucking run away from me.
I don't know you're against me. Oh, jeez. All right. So
Yeah, imagine you're hearing the constant roar of the embers next to you of this building just crackling and popping and burning, right? Like, fire isn't quiet. It can be pretty noisy as this inferno is just ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you dropped my hit points for me. Thank you.
Yes. In combat, I will always update your guys' hit points when you receive damage or when you receive healing. It's just a lot easier that way. Outside of combat, you guys manage your own hit points.
So
yes.
At this point, Barry, can I see him?
Can you see him?
Is
Should I
he?
get
Is
a
he
clear shot from this point right here?
Yes. He's 30. So he's still about 30 feet up in the air. So you can
Okay.
definitely see him. Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
For sure.
And you
Go for it.
saw that he just probably got done throwing a couple of, streaks of fire at
Yeah.
someone.
And she's gonna load up a longbow or an arrow on her longbow, and she's gonna yell out, "Get away from him!" And then she's gonna fire.
Oh,
Oh.
wow!
Wait!
That misses.
I am.
You are inspired. Yes.
I'm probably.
Do you want to use it?
I think you should use it on a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it yet. I think it's a harsh. I'd probably have to roll like a.
Well, remember also armor class. You can also use your inspiration to improve your armor class.
Oh, that's right. I
causing
forgot
a hit
about
to be a
that.
miss,
That's what I was originally gonna say before.
which is
too.
pretty
Yeah.
powerful from the Valor Bard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
All right, so the
Yeah.
arrow, it just goes way to the wide. You'd misjudge the distance completely. He doesn't even seem concerned about it. He doesn't even give you acknowledgement at all.
Hey, DM,
Well,
can I
let's see, that was a
self-inspire?
move, that's an action.
What's that?
Anything else?
Can I self-inspire?
Can I self-inspire?
No.
I don't think so. I think we looked up several
Yeah, we
times in
did a
other
long
groups
time
and
ago.
stuff. Yeah. So Bard is intended to be more of a support role in a group, and with inspiration. Although there is something called cutting words. So you can only inspire others, but you can
Like a
still.
level 5 or level 7, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So at higher levels, you can use your bardic inspirations to help yourself through the use of cutting words and stuff like that. But at your level, with your abilities right now, you can only support the group.
I'm done, Barry. That's all I can do.
Although reread your ability that allows people to use inspiration. If it specifically says that you can use it, then you could. But
I will. It doesn't say anything about that. I don't
okay,
think. That's
okay.
it.
All right, so you're done, Rellya?
Yep.
I think I read it about 10 times yesterday.
All right,
Just-
Thinor. You felt the heat off that first one. The heat came slamming you right in the chest and it burned you. You take a quick look. You're not on fire or anything, but that was a lot of heat. And you look up at Marcus, and you can see on the look of his face, he's a little bit disappointed that it didn't do a bit more destruction than that to you. But you're healthy enough right now to try to kick some ass. So what do you want to do?
Fuck this faggot. Oh, hold on. Where's the spell? That's all I got. 2.
Dissonant Whispers.
I think he's within range.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet. Should be in range.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's easily within range. He could definitely hear you. So, okay. So this is an action. It's just verbal. So what does Thinor say with this dissonant whisper, this discordant melody that you sing out? You know, and it kind of hurts people because you're twisting the magic weave in with these words that you're saying, and it can hurt people in the mind. That's why it's doing psychic damage. What do you say to him?
You remind me of Casey.
Oh my god.
And then he says, "Who's Casey?" No. So you just yell something out to try to insult him.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hopefully he misses.
Hopefully his wisdom's not that
Hopefully he
high.
fails. That's 3d6.
And let's see.
If he fails, he also has to move away from me.
No. Oh yeah, if he fails, yeah.
You speak it out, and you say something very insulting. Maybe you try to insult his mother or something, but you also sing, and it's this very dissonant chord progression with your voice as you sing it out. And Marcus just shakes his head a bit, and he says, "That will not work on me, you fool." And he just shrugs it off.
Wow.
Now, it didn't work that time. If you were to use it again, who knows if it would work, but it did not work.
I'm going to mark a level 2 spell off.
No. Oh, yeah, you did the level 2. Wait.
Still gotta roll the damage.
He's going all or nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
Dang it, that would have increased the
affect anything?
damage. That's right.
Well,
Does that
still roll
upgrade
damage.
the
Yeah,
saving
it
throw?
increases the damage.
That's
No, it doesn't affect the saving throw, but if it would have hit, it would have done 4d6 psychic damage.
I have 2 level 4 spells. Maybe I can get it on next go around.
Maybe.
I mean, and 2 level 2 spells.
Now, you do have some movement. You just did your
Alright,
action, so
definitely
you still
wanna
have movement, if you would like.
Doesn't he still have to roll damage? I didn't see it.
Huh?
No, because he's
Well,
got
it's-
saved.
He saved.
Throw.
So he
It's on a
takes half
success-
damage, doesn't he?
Right. It says on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and
Yeah.
doesn't have to move away. so
Yes.
it's still on
And
damage.
then he doesn't have
okay.
to move.
Sorry, I did not read that sentence. Usually it says it right after. Okay.
Do you even read your own
Yes.
spell, bro?
All right. So you
All
roll
right, go ahead, roll
Okay.
damage. Roll damage, and we'll divide it in half.
Just
Oh,
a
sorry.
20, right?
No, 3.
3d6. Or, sorry, 46. 46.
Oh,
Because you
46.
pumped it up to a
Right.
second level spell.
You can do some decent damage to that, even with half damage. If you roll good. I know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could be okay.
4d6.
If
Most
you
of
roll
it
on
is.
one.
There we go.
14.
So 7.
Mm.
Yep, 7 damage. That's
7
yeah.
psychic damage. Hell yeah. Look at that hellfire.
Yeah,
Yes.
that affected his health bar. So, yeah.
Heck yeah.
It did affect him somewhat. You did notice that if he kind of grabbed his mind for a moment and he just shook it off and he grits his teeth and he just growls at you. And it did do some impact on him, but just not as much as you were hoping.
No, I'm going to cry. From here, 10.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
gonna see you. Just move away
I
from
wonder how many
Dalton.
times I can run around this building before he kills me.
I just move as far away from Dalton as you can.
Oh, no, go ask your cleric for help. He can heal you.
Yes.
Are you done?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Ronin. Let's scroll down to where Ronin is.
Yeah, or anything else.
Okay, so
Okay.
all I really am intending to do is just move. So I can move 30 feet.
Yes. We lost 2 people in this fight.
Yep. You can move 30, and then you could do a dash and take another 30.
Yes.
And now the tower is very close in front of you. You can see a slight rise in the hill right in front of you. The tower sits on top of that. Remember, this tower is 100 feet tall. Now, one thing that you do notice as you're getting up from this angle in this position, what you see when you look up at the tower, you're seeing something a bit kind of, something's reflecting some of the firelight coming from all these buildings that are ablaze. And it looks like there's a mirror or a disc or something glossy up at the very top of this tower. as you look up and you see
And
this
it's
very tall iron tower.
it's 100 feet tall.
Yeah, it's 100 feet up to, well, it's a little bit taller than that because there is a roof to this tower, but there's like an open area at the very top. And you can see something shiny up there, like a big circular disc, like a mirror or something. And
The highest we consider a 100-foot floor level, so it's going to take me at least 2 turns to scale the damn thing. Okay.
Well, yeah.
You guys
So
survived long enough.
basically, so I already
This
calculated
is a
that.
waste
So
of time.
there's 172 steps to get to the top. Okay. So 172 steps. If you have a speed of 30, you can ascend 50 steps based on the height of the steps and your movement across them. So
It's going to take me 2 turns.
yeah, 50 steps for every speed of 30 that you move.
Oh, then I can get to the top with a normal action and then a dash in 1 turn.
Yeah, you can get up fairly quick.
Okay. Well, I end my turn.
But it'll probably be like 2 full rounds to get to the top, and then the third round you would be able to try to figure out how to work the construct at the top.
Okay, well, as I dash away, I look back at my sister and I say, "Come, sister, we must make haste to this tower. Clearly there's some sort of weapon we might be able to utilize, and I need your intelligence." And then I pass my turn.
Okay, great.
Oh,
All
shit.
right, Dalton. Now, no, you did hear Rellya. Rellya's voice came from just up over. Let's move
Damn
the
it.
map here
Why
real
did you
quick.
say anything?
There, Rellya yelled out, "Get away from him!" And so you know Rellya's position. And I'm not sure you really see Thinor. You saw him go around the building this way, but you're not. You can't really see Thinor.
The clip of the house.
Now let me see.
Nope, you gotta kill me first. It don't matter.
I think. Well,
Oh,
maybe by that
That's
time-
right. I gotta. Yeah, Rellya's
Yeah,
Rellya's a
You
prime
can-
target.
you can spot a little part of Thinor. Actually, there is one corner of Thinor Square that you have vision to. So
This weird shit.
you see a little bit of Thinor. But yeah, your orders were to dispose of the high elf first.
Okay,
So
but
what do you want to do?
I guess at this point in time, can I depict on who's who? Can I actually like see his full detail? That it is Thinor.
Well, Thinor ran around that way, so you would imagine, since you know that Ronin and Allannia, you can see them down the street running towards the tower. The only person left it has to be Thinor over there.
Okay. Man, that sucks playing the bad guy. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm gonna move.
You're a bad guy now.
Heck yeah.
Boy.
But he has to play like what he considered the most proficient way to kill
Yep.
us. He can't
Yep.
fucking say I passed my turn or something.
Right.
Exactly. You can't say, "Well, I'm going to sit down and just lay down prone." Like,
That
would be ridiculous.
Okay, so I can move 30 feet.
But you can't move.
yeah, but you
Nah,
cany go
you
through
gotta
the
go around
building.
the
But,
Right, so I have to go
Yep,
this way, then here. Okay, that's what I'll do. Move here, here.
okay.
Just out of your reach.
Selection tool.
Now, Dalton, do you have your big heavy maul out in your hands?
Yes, at this point in time, I'm carrying my heavy maul.
Okay. Rellya, Dalton comes around the corner of this burning building, and
Oh, John, thank God you're safe. We must hurry to the tower.
you see Dalton glaring at you. Do you say anything, Dalton, to Rellya as she says that?
Amanato has betrayed us. Marcus is the one true god. Die, high elf.
And you see Dalton brandishing this big, huge maul in his hands, and he's just glaring at you with this hateful stare, and you know that maul has your name on it.
I just want to say something real quick. I'm like close to 180 feet away, but somehow you're able to hear me in a very, very faint yell you hear in the echo. Fuck you, Dalton!
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm
All right,
sorry, please
so you
continue.
did your move there, Jeremy. So is there a spell you want to cast, or do you want to... You
I'll
could do a
call it
dash and directly threaten him. Because if Rellya would have to disengage from you, otherwise she would provoke an attack of opportunity, and you would get a free attack on her with your maul.
An offensive spell could do it too.
Yeah, you could also do a spell on Rellya.
She
Okay,
also doesn't
so
know you're a bad guy yet.
yeah, Shells doesn't know I'm a bad guy, I guess. So
Well,
actually,
really, yeah.
what I would
She
do
notices
is,
something's up because he just basically said something like a monitory to betrayed us.
Yeah, it's pretty aware that he knows that something's going
That's-
on with you.
What you gonna
Alright.
do?
let's I stow my mace to the ground as hard as I can. I place my hands up and I say, "Be gone!" I use burning hands.
Oh,
Shit.
burning hands!
Before I can
Right
even
there on Rellya.
freaking flames to the face.
All right, go ahead and link it. Link the burning hands real quick.
For the deck save.
Yeah,
Whoops.
yeah, I believe it's a deck save.
Thank God
That's
you're
okay.
an elf.
Okay, roll your deck save.
It's a 15-foot cone.
Oh,
I will. Oh, okay. I'll leave it.
Well, that's what you needed. So
Okay.
That should put you out of range.
missed
so 13. That
Woo!
is
Half
what
damaging.
that is what you needed. So as you see Dalton come up and hold his hands, as if to fan the flames, you know exactly what that means.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and you take cover rather quickly. And yeah, so you take some damage though. I think you take half on that.
Oh, just so you know, you could have used that on your armor class or your dex throw, right? You could add that to his saving throws.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because I made it. I made it
Okay.
either way. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste it. Yep.
Okay.
So 6 damage in?
No, it's 17 damage, right?
Well, no, divided by half, so 8.
Crap, I'm looking at my roll. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So
round
I
it.
will.
8 freaking... Man, before I could even scream out in protest, just this flame engulfs my freaking face. Heck yeah.
All right. Yep.
Right on.
In the,
Alright.
yeah. All right, are you done?
Toasty rump.
Okay, so
Dalton, why?
I'll remove one.
You have a reaction. What do you react, Jeremy, to burning Rellya?
Oh, really? It should be reacting like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
me.
I'm assuming you're done, Jeremy. Are you done?
Ha! You escaped me this time high up, but I will get you. My turn.
You're such an ass. That's awesome.
Allannia,
Nice.
go ahead and just run.
All right, Allannia. Yep. So you're going to move and then do a dash up to 60. Do you want to use Misty Step again?
I don't think I can. That was my level 2 spell.
Well, Misty Step is a first level, I believe. Isn't it?
I can't
Oh,
check
no,
that.
you're right. It's a second. My bad. It's a
shit.
second.
You have a spell slot available for it?
Easy, how do I private
No,
message
she's
you?
used 2 Misty Steps, so she's out of second level spell slots.
I'm out
Oh,
of
shit. So that's where you're at? Okay.
hand. And that's it.
So-
That's all I got.
You're getting close. All right, that was the end of the round. Let's shuffle.
I can't wait for us to get up to the very top, and the DM's like, well, you notice it's just a plain mirror, and there's nothing magical about it at all. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, dude?
But you notice it's a swift drop to your death if you were to just end it now.
Yes, I could
so-
goodbye, cruel world.
Round number 5. Ooh, Thinor, you react.
Oh God, I'm a badass. Look at there.
Let's go. Where are you at? You're hiding behind the
Can I
building.
shoot anybody? No, I think I'm
Is
just
there
gonna-
any possible way that you can like fuck with Dalton, like paralyze him or put him down or keep him like I don't know, grounded
I
or
was thinking
something?
about trying to get in a distance to give her a combat inspiration on top of the Bardic so she could go ahead and KO Dalton.
Yeah, and you did see Dalton just like raise his hands up like
Yeah.
this and just fan these intense flames at Rellya.
That's a distance though, man.
We get this 30 feet, and from here I'm going to need 60. Oh, you're going to be 15 feet out of range.
Damn.
Mm.
Is
But
there
you get
anything
30 feet movement, so you can move first.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
30.
even with the 30, I might be able to reach
70.
it. So I think I'm just gonna.
What are you trying to do? Heal me?
Yes, heal you. Maybe if I get the 30, I can hit Dalton. Not 30. It's 55. I can hit Dalton. Hey, what if I inspire Dalton accidentally, man? How would you feel?
No, don't do that. That's hopefully there's something you have in your kit that allows to like knocks him down or something. I haven't reviewed your character. I don't know. Is there anything at all?
I
Just,
could
like,
mock
puts him
him
in prone?
towards me.
That's a
No, I
bad
don't think
idea.
there's anything I have put him in prone. Whispers could make him run away from me, but not you.
Well, yeah, you'd be moving him closer to Rellya.
Yeah. Fairy Fire. I'm gonna use it level 1. God. Sorry, my thing's glitching. I got all these windows open. Keeps throwing me past my skill. I'm gonna use it on Dalton.
Okay. Dalton, make a dexterity saving throw. And I believe the DC is 13, so you need to get a 13 or higher to save against this fairy fire.
Is that a D20, right?
Yep, D20. So it's a dex saving, dex saving throw. So if you go onto your core sheet there, it says +2 for your
Plus 2.
dexterity. Yep, dexterity saves.
Oh, just barely missed.
Yeah.
By one. By one. All right, so what color of fire do you want Dalton to be outlined in, Thinor?
Let's go with blue.
Blue. Okay. I'm going to do this.
Does the colors affect anything?
No,
Yeah.
it's aesthetic. That's all it's for.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm going to put this around Dalton to remind us that Dalton, suddenly these flames start to encircle your body all the way around you. They're cool though. They do not burn you. They give off a faint light, but they are a blue flame, and it totally makes you stand out. Which the effect here is anyone that attacks you is effectively going to have advantage to hit you.
Attack. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is concentration, so Thinor, I am going to mark that you are concentrating.
So that's gonna half my movement next turn.
Sorry, half movement. What?
Well, what does the concentrate do afterwards?
Oh no, concentration is you just have to maintain the spell. If you were to cast another spell that required concentration, this fairy fire will end. You can only have one concentration spell up at a time. But also if you take damage. If you take damage, you're going to have to make a concentration check because the damage and the pain of it could break your concentration of holding the spell.
Right. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so are you done?
So
Thinor?
being that I can't cast a cantrip, I'll end my turn.
Okay, be sure to mark off the spell slot too, by the way.
Yes, I have two. How many spells?
All right, so I think that's all you could do then, unless you want to, if you have any inspirations left.
I do have inspirations left, but no one's in range.
Yeah, and plus Rellya already has an inspiration from you, so yeah.
And she's out of range.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like Thinor's done. Oh boy.
Okay, he didn't know I went around the other side of the building.
Well, he lost sight of you. He knows you went around.
The other way is like a block shorter.
I mean, if he's higher in the air than the building is tall, then he should see you.
No,
Well,
don't figure the logic here.
Doesn't really matter. He's ascending up into the air, so he's now going to be 45. Yep. 45 feet up into the air.
Oh, jeez.
And he looks over and sees Rellya looking at Dalton with like a betrayed expression. And he just grins and says, "Yes, destroy the High Elf." And he looks down at you, Thinor. And Thinor, you see him just cruise right over the top of this burning building. And he looks at you, and you see the familiar glow of flame appear in his hands.
So I'm ready to dodge.
And he thrusts the first one out at you. Uh-oh. That one, there is just nowhere to run. It's coming like he has a height advantage on you here. And he just throws it down, and it just came super fast. And there was no dodging it, as this flame nails you for 9 points of fire damage. Now, at this point, because you took damage, so how concentration works is it's a Constitution saving throw, but the DC you need to save against is either 10 or half of the damage that you took that caused you to make this check, whichever is highest. So in this case, DC 10 is higher than half of this damage, which is just 4. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw versus DC 10 to keep your concentration on this fairy fire spell.
Oh, geez.
10, do you have a modifier?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Or Constitution. I don't know.
Let's take a quick look. You have a +2. So you got a 12. So you did it. Even though you got burned by these flames, you kept your concentration and kept the spell up. Okay?
Yes, I'm not dead. I think the
Now
second
the
shot
second
did it.
But you notice his left hand, he thrusts it down as well. And he says, "Just die, will you?" And here it comes. Oh, frick. He's hitting every time now. Oh my gosh.
Come on, low damage, low damage.
Death.
That's not
It
good.
doesn't matter. No one's gonna heal me. I don't have a potion. Fuck you guys.
Crap.
I can't come back to you in time.
Oh no!
Your
Wow.
concentration breaks because you are now what we call dying.
Okay, now I gotta make a save throw. Right? No save. Save.
Nope.
Oh.
You see, last thing you see, Thinor, is this big streak of flame coming right towards you. And it nails you, and you feel this intense heat all about you, and then everything just goes black. Now, Thinor, Rellya, you see Thinor just drop down to the ground. So this symbol means you are prone. The skull and crossbones means you are effectively dying. Every time your card comes up, you have to make a death saving throw, which is simply, it's in the hands of fate whether your condition worsens or gets better. You roll a d20. If you roll a 10 or higher, that's a success. If you roll anything less than a 10, that's a failure. Once you get 3 failures, you are dead. A special rule here, though, on death saving throws. If you roll a 1, that is the same as 2 failures, so that really sucks. But if you roll a 20, you get rewarded 1 hit point, which means you get to then, take your turn. You manage to gain consciousness. You're on the brink of death, but you get to act. And
All right.
Remove the fairy fire from Dalton. And does Rellya to keep my inspiration since I'm now dead?
well, the fairy fire, yes, she gets to keep the inspiration.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to target this little area of effect, the fairy fire here. Fairy fire, the flames dissipate on you, Dalton, as you look about, and you're like, yes, these flames just fade out.
Sweet.
This is going exactly how I thought it, guys.
And Rellya just looking at you in horror just says,
All right, Rellya.
all right.
So how do I get saved? Does Rellya come heal me?
Someone needs to heal. Okay, so an ally can try to bind your wounds, which they have to make a medicine check to stabilize you. When you become stabilized, it means you're going to regain consciousness on your own after 1d4 hours. Of course, it's not really going to help in this fight. You need magical healing. That is what is going to get you
So I'm the only
positive
healer
hit points.
Dalton's gone, so
Dalton's gone. Now, basically, Marcus just happened to shut down all of the healing in the party, except for those with the healing potion.
Wait, doesn't...
Can I put a healing potion down my throat?
What was that, Maria?
Who has the healing potions again? It's me.
Ronin,
Rellya.
Rellya.
You, Ronin, and Rellya. Those who did not have any healing capability.
I'm going to use a second wind.
Okay, Rellya. You get a burst of adrenaline here, and you use your second wind. Go ahead, roll a d10 plus 3.
For 3.
Yep.
Come on, roll high.
Oh, yes!
Wow.
Nice
Oh,
roll. Okay,
yes.
so I'm going to add your 13. You're at 33 hit points now.
Nice.
And
You're
as
only
I'm
3 hit points from max.
And as I'm moving away from you, Dalton, I still, Dalton, get a hold of yourself. Now to question your own beliefs.
Yeah, and by the way, I looked up Charmed. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just looking desperately like she's just trying to get away from me right now. And that's it. That's all I can do.
Yes.
That's all how far you can go?
Yeah, 30 feet. And I use an action. I took it.
I thought second wind was a bonus
Oh,
action.
that's a bonus! Oh, heck
Yes.
yeah!
So you
Good,
still have an
really
action.
good. Yes. Good, I'm dashing.
You could fire an arrow at Dalton, or you can dash and just try to get away.
No.
I would get away.
I think she can figure out that Marcus is behind this new revelation.
Yeah.
Of Dalton being against me after what he just said.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she is just going to run.
Now, you're not trained in magic, but you being a high elf, you're definitely no stranger to magic. Elvish societies tend to be quite magical. So
Right.
you definitely know there's no way in Dalton's right mind that he would ever go against his
Well, I also just
faith.
heard Marcus say, "Yes, kill him, kill the high elf," or something like that.
Yep,
So,
yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Getting away.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, that's it. Dalton.
Oh, snap.
You need to go over to Thinor and just stomp him while he's on the ground.
Well, he's still under the orders to kill the high elf first. So
Yeah,
whatever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ha, this blue aura fades me. Yes.
It
cannot
seems like
run from me,
Rellya's
high elf.
running. Yeah, exactly. Cannot run from me, high elf. That's great.
So
Dalton
I'll
is
move-
right on your heels, Rellya. Looks like.
Okay, so I will move
You gonna dash?
here.
Bastard.
Looks like another spell. Cone of fire won't work though. He's gonna have to use something.
No,
else.
it's too far.
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
Probably a good idea to dash and just close the gap. Put pressure
Unless
on
he's a really
Rellya.
hard hitting spell, who knows?
Or, yeah, maybe if you have a spell that you can use.
Or crowd control. Hold person. I don't know. Do clerics get that?
No, I will use. I'll go ahead and dash. So that's a roll 10, right?
Well, a quick thought here. Have you thought about Scorching Ray?
Oh, that's right.
I
Oh, ho, ho,
know
yes.
as a player you may not want to do that, but I can see Dalton here.
I would do
Rellya's trying to gain some ground and run away. And I could see Dalton just.
Okay, yeah. I totally forgot about Scorching Ray.
All right,
Okay.
Casey, tell him to roll low, man.
So go ahead and link
Okay.
Scorching Ray real quick. I think you get 3 bolts of fire that you hurl out. Can't remember if you get
Shouldn't it be like
something
a
like an
hyper
attack roll for each one.
Ooh, 1
Yeah,
in
you create
100.
3
Oh,
rays.
you're not getting out of that range, Casey.
Yeah, 120 feet range.
Yep, and you're making a ranged spell attack for each ray. So here's what you're going to do. Go ahead, mark off the spell slot.
Jesus, that hits hard.
And you get a +5 spell attack.
These spells
Adjustment.
on Marcus.
So you're rolling 3d20, and each one of those you're getting a +5. And
Holy
each one of these
cow,
can miss
dude.
or hit individually. Each one that hits will do 2d6 fire damage.
That is
It's a pretty sweet spell.
Okay, so as I create these three orbs of light. Ha! High elf. I told you can't escape from me. Go, Scorching Ray.
Yes. Yep, these rays of fire streaking out. The first one, so remember, Jeremy, you can just do +5 when you do 1d20, and just do +5, and Roll20 will automatically add it in,
Oh, that's right.
I wanna
which
use
makes it
my
more
one-
convenient.
Okay, so that's 13 plus 5.
I would like to use my bardic inspiration on that.
Okay, go ahead, roll your bardic inspiration die, which I think is a D6.
D6 or okay?
I'm pretty sure it's a D6. Okay, I just removed it. Whoa! Okay, Rellya is inspired at the last second as the first fiery mote comes in right at her. You suddenly feel inspired to duck, and just right at the right moment, that first mote of fire just streaks right past your head, and you felt the flame off of it. But you see 2 more coming right at you. So go ahead and throw the other 2.
Dodge 1. Dodge D.
Oh yeah!
Ooh, you dodge it, Rellya. You leap to the side, and it widely misses.
Heck yeah!
Even in death,
Oh,
I'm saving her.
no.
But just like what
Damn,
happened to
son.
Thinor, all your momentum shifted in one way, and Dalton, you then knew that you had her as you chucked the last one, and it streaks through the air. Now roll 2d6.
Oh shit.
Oh,
2-1.
man.
That's
3.
not bad.
1.
3.
And again,
Dun, dun, dun.
2d6.
Oh!
6
Oh,
damage.
Too bad, man. You got out easy. There.
Yeah.
I
you
got
did.
it. Yeah, I did. That could have been a lot more damage.
All right, Dalton, I think you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Ronin.
Why don't you just keep running away, Ronin?
Yes, I'm fleeing. Fuck all you. I'm out.
That was my original plan, but I decided to stay and die so you could finish your mission.
That's awesome. Oh man.
I think he's gonna run the tower, boys.
Yeah, are you going to be able to get inside this turn? Oh, not quite.
I'm like right outside.
So tell me, DM, the door's on the back side of the tower, right?
No. Door is... Hold on. Door is right... Let me go ahead and move your screen here. So the door's right there. See where I'm pinging? See this kind of squarish section that is off there? That is the door.
It's a big door.
Well, no, it's just a flat section. That's not the whole door. The door is just right, like here.
All right,
It's a standard door right there. So yeah, you're gonna want to probably move a little bit. I would say you'd probably be more like, you're right in front of the door though. You see this vast spire, this iron tower right before you, and you just see the door right there. Just all you have to do is just go and open up the door.
Oh, did you double dash?
No, well, I use my action and then I use a dash. So,
Yep.
So, okay, so Ronin looks up and witnesses the gigantic spire and says, "My goodness, I hope what we seek lies at the top of this tower. I have a bad feeling of what's going on back there." And I pass my turn.
Alrighty. Allannia.
I'm running.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should have moved as a unit, guys. That's what I'm starting to feel like.
No, you're good targets back there.
Captain Hindsight.
Good targets.
That was
Get them off my ass.
All right. You're just trailing right behind Ronin, Allannia, and you just see he's starting to reach out towards the door to try to quickly get inside. And yeah, you were last this round again. Okay, shuffle.
Did she miss Misty Step or?
No, she doesn't have any more. It's a second level spell, and she's already.
Holy crap! All right.
We're on round 6, though. Here we go.
Here we go. Come on.
Oh,
again!
my
The first
gosh.
time. Holy crap!
What does he do?
All right.
Stones and Ash? Rape my skull? Come on.
Let's go back up here.
Yeah, why does he have constantly first attack every single
I have no
round,
idea.
dude?
It's random, dude. It's,
Luck of the draw.
heck yeah. He's 45 in the air. He probably does.
Well, do we also have to consider the smoke billowing above that may cloud his vision?
Sure, but he did see Rellya run
That's
from
true.
this building where Dalton was. Because remember, he's like, yeah, kill the high elf. And he saw her run that direction.
True.
Okay.
Yes. Rellya
Of course he
does
did.
Or he could finish Thinor off, which was
To him, I think he did finish him off. He's going to assume that Thinor's dead.
fair enough.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, jeez. Get away from me.
I think it's
I bet you Dalton's gonna roll second too.
Now, he is 45 feet in the air, so let me just... that's 80... Oh, yeah. You are within range.
Right on.
I'm glad I didn't need to do the triangle.
She got a little bit of help.
And he blurts out, he says, "You're rather quick, High Elf, but you cannot run. Now is the time for you to die." And, again, with his deep voice, and it just kind of reverberates through the air, and it just sends chills up and down your spine. And the first little bolt of fire here coming right in at you.
You must dodge.
What's your
Ronin's in your mind.
age?
15.
15. You try to get out of the way, but you're looking behind you at Dalton, and you're concerned because those 3 bolts of fire that he threw out at you definitely gave you something to think about. But then you see Marcus over there, and it just comes in and just flanks you, and you could not get out of the way in time.
How much are we talking?
13 points of damage.
Oh,
Fire damage.
my
Shit,
gosh.
dude. The next
I think
one could
Nora
kill.
said that next roll.
And the next one. And you're already exhausted. You feel like you've already ran several sprints, and you're just, and you even feel your skin just blistered up, and it's really sore, and you know that you're bleeding, and you could feel the warmness running down your arms and dripping off of your elbows. And you are in pain and agony as you continue to get burned
Oh, freaking A.
for 11 more points of fire damage.
Let's just hope Dalton is not alive or not getting the second roll. You might have a chance.
Yeah.
Or
Hey,
go
don't
out
you
in
have
the
a-
blaze of glory.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, what are you going to do, man?
Pop a potion and run.
Yep, I was gonna say I'm whipping up the.
You got to go out fighting at this point. You got to fucking.
I
do
thought
everything
you drank
can
your
to-
potion already.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
After he hit you first.
So what was dangerous there, Rellya, was ending your turn way out in the open like that. That was a mistake, I think. Yeah, you could have been close to Dalton, but if you would have stayed next on the other side of that building,
Well,
he
listen
would
here,
have been.
Jagaloon. I wasn't expecting him to come first again in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
well, that's true. The deck screwed you. The deck screwed you.
Oh man. Well,
You took a risk and it didn't pay off.
Took a risk. Yeah, exactly.
But you can use the
Well-
potion and an attack, right?
No.
No, it's an action to use the potion. So he's got to use his free object interaction to pull out his potion, uncork it, and then drink it
Yep.
as an action. But he
There we
can
go.
move 30 feet.
Yep.
You get
Here's the
behind that
potion.
building. Now it's +4. Yep, okay, so, ew.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Rolls, dude.
8 damage, 8 healing.
8 healing.
12 healing.
12 total.
Crap.
So, yeah, you were at 15 hit points now. You feel some warmth of energy move throughout you as you drink it, and you feel a little bit invigorated, but you still feel the pain of the burns, and you still look and you see you have blisters. That was just some pretty intense. Might as well move. Yep. There you
Snap
go.
out of it, Dalton.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do. I just gotta hope Dalton misses.
Yeah.
I hope it's not my turn.
Ronin!
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
There.
it would be 5 feet to enter the building. Is that fine?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
5 feet.
so-
It's a free object interaction to open the door, so it's not going to cost you anything.
And then
So-
I make my way up the tower as high as I possibly can in one turn. And I think that puts me like 80 feet up the tower or
Now,
something.
1 second. Gonna do something.
85.
What just happened?
Okay, so I moved the top off of the tower, so you can kind of see the idea here.
Yes. This look like a normal mirror.
Yeah, so that's like the disc at the very top. So the stairs, as you enter, the stairs go up immediately off to your left, and you just have to keep on. And you can tell that this, it's just a spiral staircase, just constantly going up and up and up. And as you walk in and enter the tower, your boots are just clanking against this metal, and you could just feel the solidness of the structure. Like it could definitely be a safe place to hide if a dragon was coming at you. Like this tower definitely was built tough. Yeah,
So
you're
how
definitely
far
interested.
Do I make it up to the 100? Do I make it up to the top floor?
All right, so with the speed of 30, you can ascend 50 steps. So I will just keep track of how many steps you've gone. I'm just gonna give you the first 5 feet for free though, just to kind of make it easy, because you're just 5 feet away to enter the tower.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna give you the first, speed 30, and you're gonna dash. So you're up 100 steps.
And it's 172.
Yep.
Okay. So I am
So you went up 100 steps.
roughly.
You also just hide in the tower.
Yep. So
Yeah,
you're
worst
just
case
there.
scenario, I don't think he can target us when we're in here, so we have time. We just got to make sure that Rellya somehow survives.
Yeah. Definitely, that is
Yeah,
a
we have
safe
to make
haven.
sure I survive.
Yes.
Well, we got to hope that Dalton
Yeah,
fails his next attack or gets uncharmed at some point. Okay.
Oh boy.
Speak of the devil.
Kyle's a good luck charm, boys.
Alright, you damned priest, what do you got? Heck yeah.
What's your hit point total? 20?
So you got 20 hit points.
That's what I got.
I will go ahead and move 30 feet.
I got 15 current hit
Oh
points.
boy.
That's there.
You have 15?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
No saving throws. Or no inspirations.
No.
Nothing.
Yep. No inspirations this time.
I'm all drained out on abilities and everything.
Yeah, he's definitely within range, and you see Rellya's looking worn down, and you saw her drink a potion. Seems a little bit invigorated, but you also saw the big blast of fire that your master Marcus threw out, and it just impressed you. Just his sheer honest of power just impress you and excites you with this vigor that you've never felt before.
Nice flaming objects. Let me show you mine. And I'll cast Flaming Sphere.
Oh, Flaming
geez.
Sphere.
Is that the spell he did last time?
Can you link it?
That was Ray.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So
fine.
unoccupied.
Jeremy.
So a 5-foot diameter sphere.
Is this a higher level cast?
I think. Yeah, it's a second level spell. So this is his final second level slot.
Right.
Oh god, you must have. When you cast this using a spell slot of the 3rd level or higher, damage is increased by 1d6.
So that would be. Actually, I have to cast it on a spot that is unoccupied, right?
Yes, within range, and the range is 60 feet. So you can put the flaming sphere like directly in front of Rellya if you wanted to.
Yeah, so that's what I would do here. 50 feet.
At 50 feet. So right here at the corner.
Holy shit. Okay.
You're blocking
Alright.
my escape.
So yeah, a 5-foot diameter sphere, basically as big as you, Rellya. Like this big, massive ball of flame just suddenly erupts and comes into being in front of you as you're running, trying to make way and take cover. And immediately you can feel the heat off of it.
That's a 3d6,
Now,
right?
hold on. So, Jeremy, note that any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn. So, do you want... Because you still have a bonus action.
And
right?
to sit it on top of Rellya.
So you can now, after you bring that sphere up where you did, you can now easily use a bonus action to move it to slam right into Rellya.
That's Cruel Sun, bro.
You should put it behind you and then put it back.
Cruel Sun,
Okay,
you have to say
so
that.
I'll go ahead and do that. What's that? D20 plus 5.
Okay. So it's gonna go right here as this ball of flame suddenly moves right towards you, Rellya, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cruel Sun.
Oh God! You
Come on, save. Leap out of the way in time to
Oh,
not take so
man.
much damage. That's a
Okay,
save.
14,
You do.
nice.
You
Oh,
leap
is
out of the
it?
way just in
Oh,
time. Yes.
nice.
All right. So roll 2d6, Jeremy, and Rellya's going to take half.
Wait, is it 3d6? Because it's
2d6.
a higher level spell.
No. This is a second level spell already. So
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're gonna
Gotcha.
get killed, bro.
So it's roll 2d6 plus 5 or just 2d6?
just 2d6.
Okay.
Just 2d6 fire damage.
Ah.
Okay.
One,
So
miss.
2.
Whew.
You're going to take 2 points of damage off that, Rellya. You managed to. You hold up. You weren't moving so fast and recklessly that you couldn't get out of the way. But you see this flaming sphere just come right at you very quickly. But you managed to kind of hold back and leap backwards, and just a little bit of the heat got to you. That's the 2 points. But you pretty much avoided it.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm
And I
still alive.
believe that is concentration. So
Yep, it is.
Dalton, you are concentrating on that.
Just put an arrow in.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah, that's my final level 2 spell.
Yep.
I will end.
Alrighty. Thinor. Okay.
Saving throw.
Your first death saving throw. It's just a simple D20. All right. That's one success. That's good. So on your character sheet, if you look next to your hit dice and below your temporary hit points, you're going to see death saves. Go ahead and check box the success. One of the boxes on success.
All right, let me pull back up my character sheet now. Well, I kind of closed it because I was dead. And
Or
my
if you want,
turn.
I can mark it for you too if you want me to.
I got it.
Okay. Alrighty. And that is Thinor's turn.
Hey,
All
by
right,
the way,
Allannia.
Dalton, there's another ability you can use called Bridal Flare. When you explode the sun. Something
It's not
else.
over yet.
And yeah, he's gonna fucking.
So, Allannia, you were on the tail of Ronin as Ronin made his way inside this vast iron tower, and you enter.
I'm gonna
And-
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Enter.
And yeah, you're going to be, I mean, pretty much it's like 15, 20 feet just trailing behind Ronin the whole way. So, how many feet? So, you
It's
you
20.
probably went 40 feet total up the steps.
Oh, no.
Okay. And what the heck? Last again. Like,
Yeah, Marcus is always first and I'm always last.
yeah, that's very strange.
So that ends that round.
That ends that round. So round number 7.
Wait, hold on. Doesn't Andrew get a death saving throw? He already did, right?
Yeah, he already
Yeah,
did.
he already did.
Okay. Sorry, just wanna make sure.
Oh, this time, Allannia, you're first.
Nice.
Climb those stairs, sister. We must quickly reach the pinnacle of this tower.
So I'm 60
All right. So
feet up.
Ronan, I think you could have thrown your sword at him a couple of times. You at least have
Can I like toss my sister up like 8 flights of stairs, like through the opening, and like?
so you went up 100.
So I'm just barely ahead of you.
Yep. 100 steps.
So I've got 32 stairs to go.
Yep, a little bit more to go.
It's quite the leg day for you guys. Oh, yeah.
Yes, god
Yeah.
damn, man. This is a fucking marathon.
My
Right.
cardio
Okay.
for the year.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, Rellya.
Ah, okay. So damn glad. Are there any windows on the backside of this building?
Yeah, there is.
When I ran past them, are they my level? Like, can I see through them?
Yeah, you can see into them. I mean, it's a burning inferno inside.
Oh,
So-
is it really? It's like
Yeah,
really
you don't
bad
want to
in
jump
there.
inside,
Yeah.
dude.
You can
I
try to
was-
jump inside, but
Might
you
be
will
safer.
take damage.
You'll take
I
a
was
little bit.
questioning on whether that, but if it's an inferno in there, there's like no way. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
gonna
there's
come.
an inferno in front of me.
Dude,
There's an
yeah,
inferno
yeah.
to my right side, and 2 blazing fag infernos trying to kill me. So yeah. All right.
Must be something you can do.
Let's make this happen. Yeah.
I say you just run through the fireball real quick.
Well, hold on.
Stand it for me. No, I'm see. It went there. Yeah. Crap.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the. Oh.
Wait, how do you do that again? How do you mark the path again?
You start to move the token, so like this. As you start to move it, you hit Shift Control and then, Shift Space Bar, and then with the space bar.
Actually,
you can do that.
yeah. Hold on, Barry. Go back.
Okay.
Like, go back. How do I?
Okay.
How do I make it just like go back where it was?
You just drag it.
Oh, I thought there was like a command.
Nope.
But okay.
Not that I know of.
So when I move to this point, is this building right here burning as well?
Sorry, which one are you pinging something? I don't see
Yeah,
anything.
I did. I think it.
It's on the other side of the map.
Oh.
Left.
Okay, let me scroll out here. No, that building is not on fire. Nope.
Such a long.
Okay. So. Yeah, I moved 10 feet there.
And farther south, that building that's after the smaller one, that one's not on fire yet as well.
Yeah, I know, but I'd probably be in this range. Oh, it wouldn't matter anyways. He's just gonna get in.
Yeah, he's a fast mover.
What if you move further out that way?
No. I think I'll go.
I know, it's almost checkmate for you, man.
I know. I'm just.
This would have been so different if Dalton would have just made a saving throw.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Ooh. Nice. You're going to just hold your ground. Okay, let me put the symbol on here that I like to use for dodging. So you got quick feet. You are dodging.
Oh, wait. Okay, no, was that too far? I think I went too far. I need to go 10
Did you go?
back. Yeah.
Yes.
On, yeah, I need
You
to
did go
10
too far.
Right there.
Let me go, like, right here. Actually, I did another dash. I get behind this building.
You want to do another dash instead of dodging?
I think I could be safe from that guy, and I would just pray and risk it again that Dalton just
Also, keep in mind.
Again, that's a bonus action just to move that thing and ram it into me, and then he can also cast another spell. But I don't know that's a bonus action.
I will say, and I don't know if this is real or not, but this is the third turn he's been charmed. I had a gut feeling that after 3 turns, somehow he snaps out of it. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? You're gonna dodge. Also, keep in mind if you went prone, which costs you nothing, you are a smaller target for ranged attacks. So
True.
they would have disadvantage. But of course, that costs you half your speed to stand back up.
Conditions for charmed.
So let's see this. I got an idea.
There's no length that doesn't even describe it. It's up to the DM.
So
Also, keep in mind, monsters and stuff in 5e, what's really great about this edition, to me, again, I'm coming from the context of 2nd edition, but the monsters don't have to follow the same set of rules as the player characters. Like, all the classes in the game, paladins, druids, clerics, fighters, you all get your own set of abilities. Sometimes a monster might have a shared ability, but a lot of times they have their own unique special abilities. So it keeps the game really fresh and exciting because you never really truly know what the bad guys are capable of, and they don't have to follow the same rules. So you could assume that maybe it was a charm spell that was placed, but it could have been something else that is, causing the charm effect as well. Your character doesn't really know.
So I could go prone right now, but that means standing back up next.
Yep.
Well, let's see. If I had to stand up next, because if I go prone, I'm not going to be able to make it where I need to go, and that means I'll die.
So you just did the dash then?
Yeah,
Okay. Alrighty.
that's it.
Ronin.
You're at the
I
top.
dash. I must make haste. I'm quickly moving up the
Ronin,
stairs.
you are, let's see, you did another, so you are at the top. However, you do not have enough, because that dash, you just ran as fast as you could up these steps, right? You get up to the top here, breathing a little bit heavy, and you look, and there's just this little platform area on top, and you see this big, massive circular disc up there. And there's these two framed, I guess, posts. But it seems like you can rotate this thing around
like
from
on
these
axis?
posts. Yeah, it has these different
in
joints
the
and
mine?
access points where you can maneuver this thing around.
So it
which
can
is
also
interesting.
rotate like east to west, but also rotate north to south, like on like a
Yep,
dual.
it can rotate up and down and left and right. Yes, exactly.
Now, okay,
it's
hold on.
like in this frame.
Right. Okay. So this is like one of those like Egyptian mirrors they use in like the pyramids, basically, but it has an
Exactly.
additional rotation. So
Yep. There's different
I
layers
know
of
I'm
the
not
frame
very
about it.
smart, but can I try to identify what I'm looking at and how it can be used?
Okay, so next round, because you had to use your dash, so your next round, you will be able to spin an action to use an Arcana check, because you're going to have to pretty much investigate this thing or look at it to figure out if you can figure out how to use this item, like how to power it up.
Well, I'm
Now,
gonna
what's
at least
unique-
try because I
Yeah,
know
and
Allannia is
what's-
not going to be up there in time to be able to identify if she finds.
How to power it up. Sounds
Yeah,
like
and what's unique about this, just so you know too, is you don't have to be, in case people are wondering, you actually don't have to be a wizard or any particular class in order to figure out how to use this little monument here. Kyrus specifically built this so that the townspeople could thwart the efforts of the dragons and try to bring the dragons down, and fight against them. If only a wizard could activate this, that kind of wouldn't be too useful to the people. So he specifically built this, but the trick is, how
Oh, shit.
do you activate it? So you're going to have to inspect this thing.
I have a feeling, sister. You hear me down the long corridor of stairs. We're going to need you to do a blazing fire, and this mere crystallized structure will magnify the damage and shoot a big beam of death at flying objects.
Is there
Just
anywhere
my
to
guess.
drink a potion?
Well,
In
we're
fact,
safe
Ronin,
in the tower.
you were probably actually standing right in front of the mirror. So let me go ahead and move that, because you had, you're there. You're right in front of it.
Okay, well, I say finally, I've reached the peak. I've reached
you're
the
breathing-
top.
You're breathing a bit
And
heavy.
I'm breathing like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Sister, hurry, there. It's a far distance back, and I can see Thinor laying on the ground, and Rellya running for her life. We must quickly discover this. I don't know if this
Alright.
is useful for us or not, but wait, past turn.
Alrighty. Oh, Dalton.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, you've got Pridal Flare.
Okay, so I'm still concentrating this object. How far?
30
How
feet.
far? 30 feet.
You can
so-
do a bonus action to move it up to 30 feet.
Definitely didn't metagame at all. That's why I took that.
So yeah. I mean, you can move that ball of flame towards her to keep her like pressure on her, and you could also use 30 feet of your movement to just move towards her as well,
And
Okay.
cast a spell.
just to keep the chase going if you wanted to.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah.
continue the chase. I'll move 30 feet.
Okay. So you want to move the. Okay. You're keeping the same distance in between you and the sphere, and you're moving the sphere along with you. Basically, is what you just did. Rellya, you hear the crackling of flame, and you turn around and you see that big ball of flame just rolling right towards you, just
And
crackling.
Rellya has this pleading look against you, Dalton. She's like, you can just see in her eyes, she's like, don't do this.
So apparently, it's not enough. He may be permanently mind controlled at this point.
Uh-oh. All right, Thinor, roll a d20. Oh, were you done?
Wait, could
Yes.
Dalton not?
Yes,
could Dalton not cast a?
Oh, what the
You-
fuck?
Shit.
That's a
All right,
fail.
so that's one failure. So you got one of each.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a 1.
Oh.
All right, Marcus, towards the end of the round this time. Now, Marcus saw you two run inside the tower, and he might be curious about why you guys went to that tower.
He's like, there's nothing in there that can do anything. You guys wasted 5 turns for
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, I deceived him. I said he had no weakness.
Screams across the plains. It's like, you just let your people die over. You idiot.
That thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
Um,
Of course, I destroyed it before we started this battle. It doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
Oh God.
yeah.
Total
I
F you.
Barry, could
Yeah.
Dalton not have casted a spell at me? That was a bonus action to move it.
He could have casted the ray of flame at you at 120 feet and killed you.
No, he can't. He's out of second level slot, so he can't do Scorching Ray. He just
Oh,
moved
is that a
30
first
feet,
level?
and he did his. No, Scorching Ray is a second level spell.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying he can't cast a spell at me, even though
No. Oh wait,
he only used a bonus in a move. That's what I'm saying.
oh no.
He still has an action.
Sorry, Jeremy. You
shit.
did not actually take an action, did you? You just moved
Yeah.
30 feet.
That's what I'm
Do you want to
saying.
dash?
Casey,
Do you want to
whose
dash
side
or do you want to
are you on?
cast?
Kill me already, you bastard!
I will dash actually.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was a bit premature there.
I
My
know
bad.
you were. I had to slow it.
So yeah, you go ahead and move another 30 feet. Okay, that pleases Marcus greatly.
There we go.
So yeah, the fact that you're actually closing in the distance there, and Marcus smiles as he sees this ball of flame just tumbling like a massive tumbleweed of flame just over the ground, going towards Rellya. Yes, my pet, he just whispers to himself. And he flies up in the air.
Kyle, what are you doing?
Having some fun.
That's
He
cool,
can only
son.
get
Yes.
to here. Go ahead and move.
God.
that.
Why are you going?
So-
He's gonna chase us up the stairs.
Where's Thinor? Oh, there he is. Okay.
So Marcus, he's right in the middle of the road, but he ascends. And he's looking all the way around and looking towards this tower. And that's all he can do. Actually,
I love the fact that your character has
no,
cool sound.
no. He can actually does move some more. So he had to do a dash, but he sees he's now 100 feet up in the air, and he's looking over at that tower, and he sees you, Ronin, on the other side of that mirror, because it's up in the air. It's not, and you can partially see through it. It's more of like a crystal, like a translucent crystal, but it's a sheet and it's really thin. He looks over there. He doesn't say anything, but he's just wondering what's going on. And that was the end of that round. So shuffle.
Come on, Ronin.
Oh, God.
Come
How about I
on.
go first, man?
Go last. Go last.
Round number 8.
Oh, man.
Dalton.
Shit. This could be bad.
So this charm is pretty much permanent. I'm guessing, right, Dean?
It's not permanent. It's just for the purpose of this battle, it might as well be permanent.
So sad.
Like 10 rounds, like 20
10.
fucking rounds. What the hell? I got a hint when he was like, "I'll tell you after the game." It's like, well, shit. That means it's gonna last the whole match.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
since it's going to
hopeful.
last the whole match, I'll just tell you it's 24 hours.
Oh,
wow.
fuck, dude!
Yeah.
What a powerful mind control spell. Holy cow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I will go ahead and move 30 feet.
Can you move
Now you don't want to
through
move through your you don't want to move
Yeah, I don't-
through your
I don't
own
wanna-
flame.
So actually, I think what I'll do is
You should bonus action first. Bonus action first to move the flame.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to move this closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Then just smack him with your maul.
Yeah, now you can run the ball of flame directly into Rellya.
Okay, so
Yep, you could roll it directly into her.
True son.
So
is that one
how's-
d20?
how's that sound right there?
That's pretty good.
Okay, Rellya, this ball of flame, Dalton is hot on your heels, and roll a deck saving throw.
And it's 2. Give me a saucy 2. R1.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay, roll 2d6. Rellya's going to take half.
It's because I ran a 2, you got an 18. Together we're a perfect 20.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
4 damage.
So 4.
14.
Okay.
Now, just so you know, Dalton, if you end your turn within 5 feet of that flaming sphere, you are going to take damage from your own spell.
okay, so I won't do that.
So you probably don't want to try to get up close to him and then beat him over
It's
the
okay,
head.
just get up there and hit him. You take 5 damage, so what?
Okay, so I'll move 20 feet.
Did you mark me off yet, Barry? Or you want me to do it?
You can make 30 feet, Jeremy.
I already did it.
Oh,
I already
okay,
did it.
okay. All right. It just
You're at
messed
9
up.
hit points now.
Jeremy, you can get the whole 30 feet and kill her. Come on, man. That's
Alrighty.
5 damage. What is 5 damage?
And then I will end my turn.
Okay, well done. Yeah, it's basically a cat and mouse game right here with Dalton and Rellya.
Please don't, Marcus.
Oh,
yeah.
Rellya! All right,
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Rellya, what are you gonna do? You look up and you see Dalton hefting this, this maul, and he also has an outstretched hand as you see him guiding this flaming sphere into you.
I think he's in dash.
Well, I'm somehow still alive. All right. So, no.
There's a building
Can I make a sharp turn like that from this edge? See what I'm doing right now?
30 feet. Yeah, you can go 30
No.
feet.
Do you not see my marker right now?
Oh,
Like
No,
right there. Do you see it now?
Let me zoom in. Do it again.
Here, like right there. Could I go like straight from this spot to this spot where I'm at now?
Yeah,
10 feet.
I'll let
Am I
you do
considering
that.
10 feet. Okay.
I'll let you do that because the majority of this square right here
Is
is
space.
empty grass. So,
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So,
and plus this is the overhang of the roof too. So I'd imagine the wall itself is even less, sticking into the
20
square even
more
less.
feet left.
Yep.
I'm gonna go right there. Now I'm gonna move. Take a dash.
Okay.
So I got another 30 feet. So 5, 10. Now, where's the door on this place?
Actually,
It's on the
right
backside.
here,
Where is? Which square?
right here, facing the main street, right there.
Okay, so 15. I want to go in.
Okay. I do not have a map prepared for this building, so
That
theater
is-
of the mind.
Yeah.
So you open up the door.
No,
Oh, actually, hold on.
Map.
If there could be people inside here who are maybe hidden up inside and afraid, and they might have locked the door.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Locked
Uh-oh.
Such a good idea in my mind. Oh, okay. Is there?
Is there a way to just like dodge roll through the window or something?
You check the door real quick, and it like jiggles, but you hear some sort of lock mechanism keeping the door in place. And you hear a woman scream on the other side of the door.
Do you break the window?
I can't. I don't have an action the fucking way.
Just
Oh,
leave us
man.
alone, Marcus. Leave us alone.
Oh. And I yell at her.
There's
and
a
I'm like,
window. There is a window.
There is a window?
Yes, there's a window on either side, right here.
All right. Can I
Jump
use the rest of my 15 movement and just try to jump her?
And smash through the glass.
Yep.
How much life do you have?
Man.
Yeah, you can take some damage, dude.
You're gonna take some
I don't-
damage doing that.
I
You know
don't
what?
give a crap.
Depending on your acrobatics check, will determine if you take damage or not. I like that. Go
Okay.
ahead, roll in acrobatics here. Wow, that's a really good roll. Okay, so you spend the last 15. It's locked, and you know, like crap. I got to get out of the way. And a woman screams, and you step over here, and you just thrust yourself up, and you leap through, and just with your hands, and you crash through the window pane, and you
Nice.
tumble down to the ground. 19 acrobatics check. That was well done. Some shards of glass. Now, for no damage, I was making the DC 20, so you're going to take a little bit of damage.
All right. Fine.
12.
You take
Yeah,
2.
I'm gonna take-
You get cut a little bit for 2 points of damage as you dive through the window.
All right. So
And
what do I see
you were prone, though. You are going to be prone.
Okay. That's fine. I don't have enough movement speed to stand
And
up.
you happen to look up, and you see this woman, and she has her hands out like this. And it's just a very simple house. You know, it's one of these old-time houses where there's only like 2 rooms in here. And like the main living area and the kitchen are all kind of combined into one. And there must be some other like room or set of rooms off to the side where there's like some bedrooms. But she's just has 2 children off to the side, and she has her hand protectively over them. And you don't notice any man in the house or anything. You just see this woman. She's by herself and these 2 young children, and she's just screaming at you, "Get out of here! Just get out of here! You'll bring death and destruction upon us all! What are you doing?" She's just screaming at you.
And
What
she
did you
says,
say?
and Rellya just says, "Help me, board up the windows." And he says, "We're all doomed if we cannot fend him off from here." And he says, "This is our last stand." And
Okay.
that's it.
Wait, can
Alright.
you... Is
Ro-
convincing an action?
Well, that was more just role play and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens later when she actually stands up and stuff.
Okay.
So, Ronin, wow. You look over and you see Allannia. You can hear her approaching. She's coming up the steps, but she's not quite there. But you have a moment to quickly try to see if you can figure out how to operate, like how to activate this thing. So
Okay. All right. So
you need to spend a round, a certain action. Sorry, you need to do an Arcana check.
Okay. 1 second.
So you get a +1. So a D20 plus 1.
All right.
16. Yes, he figured it out.
So, Ronin, you quickly are looking, and here's the thing. You, out of anybody, you knew the best history of this tower. And you're recalling these lessons from Olanellis the Weapon Master, and this story really must have piqued your interest, maybe because of the story of dragons and stuff, you know, very powerful, fantastical creatures. And this story is one of the ones that you remember, because you did have to cover history in your learning of Art of War. This tower, though you remember, Kyrus, so that it could be easier accessible and used by the townspeople without his presence having to be there all the time, which would have been really annoying for him. He engraved the command word on the side, on the edge of the mirror-like device. So you quickly just bend the mirror slightly out of its frame, because again, it's rotating like the Egyptian style, right? Multi-axis frame. And right along the edge there, right there at your eye level, you see what at first it's very ornate, like it's some sort of mystical arcane runes, but you recognize the language. It's just an older style, but you can make it out. And it says, "Ex victu impervius nanasone." And you look at that and you're like, wow, that sounds mystical to me. Like, if this isn't the command word, I don't know what it possibly would be. But you're pretty certain that has to be the command word. So, Ronin, just so you know, because you know Allannia has not, you know, she's coming up. If you wanted to, you can tell her, like exactly right now, what the command word is and let her try to activate it. Because you've already spent most of your turn to figure out how to activate it. You can just tell her the command word now.
What
And
is it exactly again? Ex victinor or something?
Yeah.
Is to
Here, I'll type it.
Okay. Okay. So
I have to say that?
no, I'm gonna say it to you, and it's right here for reference. Okay,
Ex
so
victu
Ronin-
impervius nanasone.
Okay.
So Ronin inspects the mere object and reads the words and yells down the stairs towards Allannia, and he says, "Allannia, I found out the tool, I believe, which is the magical phrase in order to activate this device. Ex victu impervious none." And I say, "Quickly, hurry!" And then I end my turn.
Very nice. Okay, so Allannia, you hear Ronin say that, and I don't know, maybe inside you can't help but be deeply impressed with how far your brother has come since you guys were children. That, wow, he figured it out. Like, that's quite impressive.
Well done, brother.
Yeah,
I
sure.
whispered to
Yeah.
myself, I
thanks.
don't really want you to know how impressed I am.
Yeah, and Ronin, you might want to step out of the way too, so that
Oh, yeah,
Allannia has
I
room
gotta
to
move.
maneuver.
So I'm going to move
I-
to the right over here, and I'm going to say, "Attack the minions." Okay. and then I end my
Oh,
turn.
and
Yes!
Allannia! Yes, Allannia is up. Allannia,
Nice.
you can look out. Now, you have this perch at 100 feet, and this disc, it's translucent. You can see through it, and you can still aim. You see Marcus right directly level with you, and he seems intent on coming towards your direction, which kind of gives you a ache in your gut as you kind of feel like, crap, the rest of our party might be dead. Like, I wonder where they're at. But you're thinking, I can't worry about this right now. I gotta do this. So, you know the words. So if you want, you can speak the words with an action, and you can activate this thing and make a ranged attack roll, which means you're going to apply your dexterity with the roll, which is good that you are the one that's going to be blasting this thing.
Okay.
So, because it's going to be a d20 plus 2.
Dang, I should have went.
Okay. So
Yeah, Andrew.
Please
I
cast
will-
the spell, sister, and then...
I will say those words.
Okay.
And I said it. And
Oh,
Nice. That was almost a 7.
Yeah, no
he said
shit.
it was a 17.
Surrounded by low numbers.
Okay. So you speak the command word as you come up along and you say, "Ex victu impervious non sone." And right away, you guys can feel this reverberance and this hum as this energy starts to gather. And this tower is truly still active throughout all these years. And you see this light just coalesce around the frame, and it just starts to intensify. And it starts humming. And you can feel the faint vibrations at your feet as this whole entire tower seems to reverberate. And then suddenly there's a blast of energy as it streaks out in this sharp, like very bright white light as it blasts out from this disc right towards Marcus. But Marcus sees it coming, and he manages to barely get out of the way as the blast just flies right past him.
Damn, he must have rolled a 20 or something. Jesus. Okay.
So it missed, but like, man, if we could just blast Marcus with this, like, that would be huge.
Just one hit.
I have a quick question. Would I be able, next time, if he was close enough, could I do a shocking grasp to keep him there and then do it? Or would that be 2 actions?
That would be 2 actions. Yep.
You don't
So
have
shocking-
a bonus action?
Shocking grasp is a
No, you don't
Yeah,
have something that...
I believe shocking grasp is an action.
They get touched.
Now, if you had something with the bonus action, you could do a bonus action and still activate this.
no,
power.
shocking grasp is a cantrip. Would I be able to
Yeah,
use
it's a cantrip, but if you look at the cost of shocking grasp, it says 1 action.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it'll cost you an action. And it's an action to operate the tower.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Damn.
You don't want to be that close to him anyways to want to use shot. That's not a good.
So I guess you're done?
Yes. So I'm done.
Okay. Ooh, Thinor.
Oh, death save.
Death save.
Well,
Let's
one for
see.
This is interesting.
That's a save. That's 2 saves, 1 failure.
I mean, good job.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
That tower probably definitely piqued his curiosity.
Oh yeah, it has.
Here, leave me alone.
Yeah, and you guys are
Yeah.
on the other side of this like disc, and he says, "Oh, what is this?" And he says, "What power?" And he definitely seems intrigued. So he's going to move a whole heck of a long ways.
Double dash.
He move right in front of the tower. Good.
Oh, good.
This beam will fuck him up after this. We actually.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't go first next round.
And yeah, he was last in that round. So shuffle.
He's 100 feet in the air right now, right? So
Yep.
if he was to approach, we're also at 100 feet. I can actually physically
150.
attack him.
He's 150.
If he comes up close, yeah. Or I think you have some throwing axes, right?
I don't think so.
Hey, Kyle,
Hand
you're
axe.
150 feet in that.
You have a hand axe, dude.
Levitate up a little bit, dude.
Yep, you have 2 hand axes, one at each side of you on your belt, so you could
Okay.
pull those out and throw a hand axe at him.
Like a tomahawk?
Yes.
Yeah,
but-
kind of like that. Yep.
Yes, tomahawk.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Alright. Possibly the final round.
God.
Oh,
This is like
Oh,
4
no.
out of, or 5 out of 6
My
turns he's going
gosh.
first.
Crap. Oh boy.
Well, we're at full life. Hopefully we can survive this attack.
We're behind the mirror, right?
No,
So
he's going to destroy the mirror. He's going to attack the mirror. If I
will it just bounce
Well,
back
he
to
doesn't
you?
know what it is. It
Kyle's
kind of looks
huge.
glassy to him, so let's see what he does. Yes, I don't.
Boy, hopefully it doesn't do the thing, you know? What's that thing?
Did we lock the door?
it's like open. The whole like the 100th level is open to sky. I'm
we locked the door.
Oh, crap. Is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do?
He's not gonna
Okay.
blow the whole thing up, is he?
He's going to mind control one of us.
Yes. I think he should mind control Ronin.
Oh, that'd be game then.
Like
And
control
then,
scope.
and then Ronin would be next.
Okay. He looks at you, Allannia,
Oh, my poor sister.
and he says, "You move away from that device." And at this point, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God. Please don't
I get-
roll low.
You have to make
Don't roll a
it.
fucking one.
You
Come
have
on
to
now.
make
He's
it.
going to mind control
I
you.
get a
Come on, you
+5
mage.
though, right?
A
Yeah.
wisdom saving throw. No, a wisdom saving throw. So for you, that is a +2. So a d20 +2.
Come on, roll 15 or higher. You'll be
14.
It's 14.
Is that good
That's
enough?
okay.
That is exactly what you needed.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Exactly. You
Fucking A,
suddenly
man, my
you
heart's
feel
pounding
like
right
you're
now.
somewhat compelled to do as he says and to move away, but you're like, no, damn you, I'm gonna bring you down, and you resist. You shrug it off.
This is action.
And you're like,
Man,
I'm not like Dalton, that pussy.
That was
I'm
his.
way more stronger.
Oh, and Allannia, yeah, you were
Nice.
renewed
Oh,
with a
nice.
vigor and a hatred here towards this Marcus guy. So you can blast him again.
I'm gonna do it.
And 20
I
plus 2. It's already powered up. So you already know how to say it and stuff, so it's fine.
Please shade.
So you say it and you power it up again.
Oh, it was
It's almost
almost
a
14.
20.
Or 20, yeah, it was almost
Oh my gosh!
That's
Almost
16 though.
the same roll as last time. Oh, no, it's worse.
It's worse by
Yeah.
1.
By 1.
It takes 17 to hit this fuck. Oh my god.
No, I hit
Oh.
17 last time and that didn't hit him.
That didn't hit.
Oh my goodness.
He's closer now too, though. He's not as far away.
Man,
well, I
that-
still have a chance to use it.
Yeah,
That was
right.
that was just a counter action, right?
No, that was an
You-
action.
Oh, don't you? I thought you had a when you get attacked by a range or a
Oh,
whatever
oh,
that you
wait,
have a
wait,
counter
wait.
action.
is he
Only if you
within
have an-
30 feet? Oh, he's not.
Only if you have an
35.
ability that says so.
Hold
Alex.
on. Yeah, there's something else that would happen if he was within 30 feet. But he's not. He's 35. So he's just okay. So Gosh, he sees it coming as he sees the energy coalesce, and it starts to vibrate, and it just shakes, and it just whoosh, blasts out this big, massive beam of light. But he dodges.
Do you have a bonus action at all? Anything, maybe?
Yeah,
Sister,
I
really,
do,
there's something you
but
can
it's
do.
like,
You can move out of the way for Ronin.
yeah, I probably
Yeah, that's true.
Oops. My arrow.
Step to the left, just a
I
little
can't.
bit.
I can't activate it from where I'm at. I have to be in the center.
No, you can activate it, I suppose, from where you're at. We'll just make it simple. You guys don't have to. Yeah. You guys just stay like that
you
if
can
you
do,
want.
Allannia, or are you using a movement? Is that it?
I'm trying. I don't think I can do it.
I didn't read your character sheet well enough to know if you don't have some sort of crazy bonus action or something.
No, I don't think I can. My bonus action is like moving, so I'm not gonna go back down the stairs.
Okay.
I mean, y'all could go down the stairs. He can't shoot you from down the stairs, can
I don't know. It's
he?
probably
Go
worth it.
15 feet down the stairs and 15 back up.
Because his movement is so far, he'll just chase you down that stairwell and just smack you like 4 feet away. Just be like, try to
But
run.
then you could get at him if that happens.
Yes. You could trap him in the
But
stairs.
if he gets like 2 in to the tower, we won't be able to like use the sunbeam here.
True.
Are you done,
Maybe.
Allannia?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Ooh, Rellya. All right, so you just got done saying what now? You said, like, help me board up the windows or something like that?
I said, help me board up the windows. There was a threat coming this way. And he says, we need to fortify ourselves. He says, this town will not last much longer if you...
And she looks at you in disbelief and cocks an eyebrow, and she says, and what do you suggest I board up the window with? Are you mad? Get out of here. You'll bring destruction to us all.
No.
Can I ask something? Is it possible that maybe they have some ability to heal you a little? That maybe they've got some... I mean, they're not mages, but do they have bandages? Maybe you can
I'm going to
ask?
have to make it persuasion. I know I'm going to have to. So I'm just going to say, your place is this town is as good as dead if you don't help me. He says, if
All right,
I
I'll tell you what.
will surely burn. So
I'm going to roll a d20. If I roll an 18, 19, or 20, she happens to have a healing kit nearby. And she knows how to use it. And maybe she can try to restore some hit points to you.
okay.
Slim chance, but I'm going to roll it in front of you. Here we go. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
18.
gods are on our side.
She says, yes, yes. And she runs over, and there's like a fireplace, and there's a mantle. And right up top, she pulls out a little bag, and she pulls out some salve and some ointment. And she says, now, she says, oh, you suffered a lot of burns. Hold still. And she pulls out the salve, and she starts to rub this cream all about your skin. She says, it'll sting for now, and part of your skin is like kind of breaking away as she's rubbing her hand across it, and you're like, ah! And it hurts really, really bad. But she is able to restore... And then I roll max. Wow, 12.
What?
She just restored
no
12
way!
hit points to you.
Yes.
Hell
You
yeah!
take 1 point of damage from it hurting so much.
Now, you know Thinor up down the street went down.
I don't care. I got my own fucking problem.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So
right.
I stand up and I'm gonna pace away from the window and I'm gonna do a ready action. I'm gonna draw my arrow for anything threatening that tries to come through it. And
Okay.
she says, "Get behind me." And she's gonna do the ready action and wait. So I'm not
Okay.
throwing anywhere. You can get that
so
item out.
your trigger condition will be anything threatening that shows its face through that window. You will then release the arrow.
Yep. And then
Okay.
she mutters under her breath and she says, "I'm sorry." And that's it.
Okay. And she puts the kit back inside this pouch, and she gets behind you. And, you know, her kids are all just staring, just intently looking on at the excitement. And, yeah, she again then, tries to shelter them.
Wait, can I ask? Okay, can I ask before I start my turn if you're able to roll another 18, 19, or 20 for the woman to pull her pack back out and heal, or is that all the salve she used?
No, she has multiple uses of it. Yeah, but the thing about that is she can only Rellya can only benefit from that once per short rest.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
too bad.
Forgot.
Yeah.
All right, sister, move out of the way. Clearly, I am the better shot. Let me get an aim at this demon that floats above us. And I activate the mirror and take a
All
shot.
right, and you do not have a dex modifier, and this is a ranged attack, so it's just a
Clearly, you
d20.
are the
Which,
better shot.
crap.
Let's see.
Clearly, I'm not, so I have to
roll a
D20.
20, man. Come on, roll a
Roll a
d20.
20. Crit
You roll a
this
20.
bastard.
By the
That's
gods
happened
that
before.
Dalton has denied.
Oh
Fail.
no! The mirror kind of it's pretty heavy and awkward. As it starts to power up and you speak the command word and it charges up its blast, the heat intensifies and you're kind of taken aback from the heat, and you managed to just tilt the mirror enough at the last second that it just completely thwarted your shot. It just went beaming up into the sky, just wildly missing Marcus, and Marcus laughs.
Can I throw my hand axes at him right now?
If you have a bonus action to use, which you do, because
I've already used action surge though.
No. But see, you are skilled with 2-weapon style fighting.
Mhm.
So you can still get off pulling out your axe with your offhand and throwing it as a bonus action.
Okay, so that would be a.
And this will be, because this is considered a thrown weapon, it has the thrown property, you get to apply your strength for the attack and damage,
Okay,
even though
so-
it's a ranged weapon, which
Okay,
is really cool.
So I'll
so
roll
it's a
a d20
+3.
for attack.
A d20 plus 5, and then for the damage, it's a d6 plus 3 if you hit.
Okay, let's do that.
You might want to step out from behind the mirror, though, of course. So do you want to get in front of it, or... Because yeah, you're kind of, you have some cover where you're at, back behind this. Let's just call it a mirror, for
Can I
lack of
move
a better
here and
term.
do it?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
try to get the shot off. Yep.
Alright,
What's the
so-
range for a hand axe? Though that's 40 feet away.
Range. Let me look.
2060 is the range, so that's considered long range. So it's made it disadvantage.
Okay.
So
it's-
roll again. Roll another d20 because you have to make it at disadvantage because he's so far away.
Okay. All right.
Ah,
Fucking
it just
A,
misses,
bro.
and the axe goes flying right past Marcus, and it just falls to the ground.
This is a total fail. Okay.
And
Well,
you
I
hear
end my turn.
a faint clink as
Can you
the
move
You
axe
move
hits.
back behind the mirror, Kyle. You can move back behind the mirror.
No, I don't
You
care.
want to move back behind the mirror?
Yeah, you probably should.
The cover.
Okay, fine. Yes. But I also, you know what? Never mind. I say, damn it! This creature is impossible to hit. Sister, we must figure this out quickly, otherwise our entire party may fail. And
I looked at you and I said, I thought you were a good shot.
Yes, well, you know,
Nice.
I brag about myself constantly. It may not be true.
Oh,
Oh,
Thinor.
Oh, yes. Well, you've already got 2 successes.
That's
Oh,
a save.
God. You saved all 3 times.
Yes.
you have 1 HP, right?
No. You will, if left to your own devices here, you are stable. You are no longer dying. You no longer have to make death saving throws, but you will recover consciousness in 3 hours.
Okay, so I'm still on the ground until someone heals me.
You're alive. You're not going to die. You're sitting there stable. After 3 hours, you're going to wake up. Now, if someone could get to you before that time and heal you, then you will be alive and well. But, yeah. Okay.
Right on, that's it.
Good
Yeah,
job. You're stable, though. And that's it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Dalton.
Did not see where Rellya went.
Nope. Rellya ran around that building. As far as you could tell, she probably just maybe headed towards the tower.
That's the last thing I
Not
told
too
him to do.
He can't
So, yeah.
tell that the window's broken yet either.
Okay, so I will use a bonus action and move my fireball 30 feet.
Okay. Where would you like it?
I will move it here.
Well, hold on. The fireball's here, dude.
Okay.
That's right. It'll hit that, so never mind. It'll be it'll be here.
Okay. And then
And I will move 30 feet myself here.
okay. And you can still do an action. So you can cast, or you could do a dash and move. So far, you see no signs of Rellya.
Okay, so I will do a dash and go another 30. And I will go
Okay.
here.
You can't, no, you're still
You're-
5 feet away, man.
Right there.
Okay. Go for it. Don't you keep your sphere over there next to the house there. Right away, you notice that the corner of the house over there is starting to blacken and smolder.
Crap.
Also,
Cruel sun in the house.
your passive perception is 15. Right
Okay.
away, you notice some broken glass right here. Some
Ha.
shards of glass down on the ground.
That's where you ran to, High Elf.
Can I not see him with my position where I'm at?
No,
Okay.
no. He's just barely at that corner.
Okay,
I
so
imagine you're a little bit back away from the window a bit,
I
so
am.
that, yeah.
For
Okay.
sure.
All right, so that's the end of that round.
Cool.
Boy, this combat's taken a lot longer than I thought. Good grief. 10th round.
Guys.
Combat usually
Fucking
never
game
ever
keeps
lasts
rolling
this
high, And
long.
we keep rolling low. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Watch, he's
All
going to
right.
go first again.
Oh, Dalton,
Ooh.
you're on the chase.
By the
Okay.
way, you do not know that he's at the ready to stab you in the face with an arrow.
That's true.
Yeah, you have no
You
idea.
don't.
Oh, that is true.
Yep.
But
You wanna
actually,
go- Look at the window, see if
You're
he's
gonna bring your
inside.
Ball of fire with you.
no, actually, what I'll do is
Fire witch.
Has
One
no
window
one
is-
damaged Dalton yet either?
one window is
Nope.
broken and one is not.
Dalton's healthy. Yeah.
I see where you ran to, High Elf. Let's see if you can escape the power of the sun. And I will use a bonus action and I will slam this object into the house.
Ooh. Okay. Rellya, you hear a thump coming from this corner of the house. Like the whole house just kind of shook a little bit. And the kids actually scream, what was that, Mommy? What was that? And she doesn't know what to say. She's just looking at you, waiting for you to maybe respond like you know what it is. And her eyes are wide. She's like, you're going to bring death upon us all. Leave. Leave at once. And Dalton, you can hear a woman just yell out, leave. Leave at once.
Okay.
And, okay, so this
Building
structure,
catch on fire.
you roll 2d6 damage for the, yep. Okay, 8
Jesus.
damage. There is definitely, the corner of the building has caught on fire.
Yep. No.
It is on fire now. So,
We're going to hell for this dog.
Oh, geez.
Listen, they're
This charm.
kids.
You're
This
killing
charm.
kids, innocent women and children in there.
I know. Yeah.
You're definitely going to hell for this one. You're smoking out of the building.
okay, so Dalton, you did your bonus action. You slam the flaming sphere into the side of the building right there, and it catches a flame. Intense heat. You know, this magical fire. So, what do? You definitely know she's inside. I mean, someone inside just yelled out, "Get out of here! Leave!"
I don't think I can move any further. Let's see.
You can.
Well, this is a new turn for you. So your
Listen,
card came up first. So
You're back left.
you still
don't
get
know
your
the door's
movement.
locked.
You still have an action.
You don't. Yeah, you don't know that the door is locked.
Okay, so I will move toward the door then and check to see if it's open.
Okay, and you try to check it. Click, clink, click, clunk, and you see Dalton trying the door. Rellya, so I think your condition has been met. You see
Awesome.
Dalton trying at the door, and you try to take off the shot.
All right.
Now, I am going to apply half cover because you are firing through a window pane, which is smaller. There's going to,
Right.
you're not going to have access to all parts of his body at the shot.
Right.
So I'm just going to do half cover. Whoa, but
She
you
says,
skillfully
Nice.
take the shot. The arrow flies true right where you were aiming, and roll damage.
Right into his eyeball.
Oh!
Wow,
man.
11.
Yeah.
11 piercing. An arrow sinks right into your side, actually, and it hurts bad. It your armor just clinch, and you have, I believe, chainmail armor on, but this arrow just pierces right through the links. Now you may need to make a Constitution saving throw for your concentration check
What do you want? What is that?
Be
against DC 10. So it's just a D20 for you. You have no Constitution modifier, so it's just a D20.
Roll low, Jeremy. Come on, we're trying to win here.
And he does. That hurt so bad that you lost your concentration.
Nice!
hey, that actually
And-
helps. I know there's kids in the building. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
This is what you get.
The flaming sphere fades away.
hell yeah. But the fire
and
does not.
Dalton, you're just, and there's just arrows stuck right in your side, and you're like, and it hurts bad. Like, I mean, that one shot took like half your hit points.
Right.
So that was a pretty hardcore
He
hit.
says, I warn you, leave now or I will, Dalton.
Wait, does that
Oh, yeah.
suspend? Does that
Sorry,
suspend
Rellya,
Rellya's?
You're not prone anymore, by the way, Rellya.
Yeah, I know.
Because
told
you
that
got
was
up.
future. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I have a lot going on here. So, okay.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do, Dalton? So you did your free object interaction to try the door. You get nailed with an arrow, and you see Rellya just looking right at you as you look through, and you see her lower her bow down like this, and she tells you, I said to leave now. But at the same time, you get this overwhelming sense that she stands in between you and glory, and you being saved with your new master, Marcus.
So she's in melee range then, right? Well, actually, she's behind the window, so
Well, yeah, yep.
Hmm.
Could try to smash the door down. You could do burning hands through the window. You could do. You have a few things you could do.
if I went on such a mission just to kill. Okay, since I noticed that she's standing through the window, so I will raise my hands and I will cast Burning Hands.
Okay, now, you should probably move in front of the window, though. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, so I'll move
Okay.
one step in front.
Yep.
Do I get a little bit of cover?
Yes, actually. I'm just like the arrow. You are getting some cover. So you are, I believe, getting a +2 bonus to your saving throw for this. Dex save.
Nice. So I'll just add on to whatever.
Yeah, so you're getting it's a +5 total to your save.
So 15. It'd be a
Yeah.
15.
Yep. So you're going to save against this. So you definitely had enough cover here to avoid taking the brunt of the blast. So roll damage and mark off the spell slot, Dalton,
Okay.
for your burning hands.
Well,
I think it was like,
he was
was
empty.
it 3d6? No, he's empty on second level slots, but he had like,
I had 3 more, so I have 2 more
yeah, he had
slots.
3 more. So you have 2 more burning hands. So roll
Okay.
3d6.
All this magic trying to kill one freaking elf. You're very persistent. Yeah!
Yes.
Man.
There we go.
So
Oh,
4.
4 damage.
nice.
But I see a whole bunch
Now-
of ones.
Yeah.
Now, when this burning hands goes off,
Nice.
Nice.
The house on fire.
now it's a 15-foot cone. So 15 feet. These, remember the woman was back up against the wall, putting a hand over her children. She flinches. She just kind of cowers over and tries to cover up her children. And she screams as she can feel the intense heat just flame out into the room. And fortunately, these flames just come shy of directly hitting her and these children. But of course, that's none concern of yours, Dalton.
Sucks so bad.
Yeah, I know. And the
You're
flames
useless in
come
this
out,
fight.
and Rellya, you're just like, you murderous bastard, you know, like what the?
Right.
And yeah, the flames do. Actually, no. There is nothing combustible on the table nearby and elsewhere within the room. So, fortunately, nothing catches fire inside from that blast.
All
Right,
right, so turn in.
Well, you still have some movement, so you could move to take cover if you wanted to,
Yes, I will, because I am hurt.
because
So-
you still have like 15 feet of movement left if you wanted to. And you probably want to make sure that you don't get nailed with an arrow again.
Yeah, so it would be.
You
Actually, does
sure?
that count? Here. Does that count right there?
Well, you could. There's also this corner as well, which you could easily go around that corner if
Okay,
you wanted
yes.
to.
How about here?
So going around the
Well,
corner.
that would be here, right? 'Cause you have
Yes,
right here.
exactly. So you would be there. That would be 15 feet
Okay. And then I'll end my turn.
right there. Okay.
Come on, we get another shot off, please.
All right.
Yeah, he better
Nice
not
little
go first.
interesting battle going on there with Rellya and Dalton. That's
Yes.
all right,
Oh,
Allannia.
yes, come on. Kill him.
Roll.
You
Oh,
maneuvered the
you
mirror
won.
around.
Come on, take this guy out.
We need an 18 or higher.
Come on.
Yes!
God, fucking finally!
Allannia.
Oh my goodness!
You lined it up just right, and you speak the command word, and the energy gathers together. And this time, you just, you kind of quickly brush away some matted hair that's, you have sweat glistening about you because you just ran like a long ways, and you take the hair from you, and you're just like, all right, Marcus, and you're looking right at him, eye to eye. And you just see this blast, and suddenly you don't even see Marcus as this light just completely cascades over the top of Marcus, and you hear a demonic scream. Now, roll 2d20.
Oh my God! Yes.
He sucks that he damage. Come on now.
Roll
Kill him.
2d20, and this is radiant damage.
Fucking A!
14.
Really?
Okay, however, Marcus, after being hit by this powerful blast of radiant energy, his speed, his flying speed is suddenly 0. He can no longer fly.
So he drops 100
He
feet.
drops 100 feet from the sky as you just drop him like shooting a bird, right? And Marcus plummets to the ground and falls.
What's the fall damage?
And you even see, as he was falling, you even see the remnants of this radiant energy. It's cascading and crackling all over his body. Like it's just, in fact, you can kind of hear it too, like just crack, like breaking glass, or like crunching glass. It's just all over him, and he screams as he falls.
Nice.
That was horrible. D20,
And he's going to
by the
take
way.
a whole bunch of bludgeoning damage,
At
which
least you hit though. Fuck, that's what we needed.
he takes 31 points of bludgeoning damage,
Oh,
Nice.
and
run
he
down there.
What
is
about radiant damage?
he's prone.
It takes 2 turns to run down
Yeah,
there.
he took the radiant damage already, and
Okay.
this is in addition to that.
Oh,
He
yay.
he is hurt really bad, and he is laying on the ground, absolutely prone, doesn't know what hit him, and this energy is still cascading. Now, this energy. Oh, I need to mark him as well, which I will do with,
I look at you, brother, and I say, you know
I
what
guess,
to do.
pink.
I know
That
what to do,
energy
sister.
is going to be crackling over him until the end of your next turn, Maria. The end of your next turn, he will have that energy crackling about him.
Okay.
Which you guys don't know what that means, but yeah.
I'm
just
sure
saying.
it's like we get advantage against him and he's got reduced life saving throw or something. Some sort of like huge
Something
Battlemaster.
cool.
Can't run
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
something cool. So, yeah, what do you want to do now? You can still move. He is now down on the ground. From his point where he's at now, yep. You were not able to actually aim the device at him for a subsequent hit, actually, where he's at
You have a spell.
He's just shy of it.
What about
Just
person
shy of
start?
it. So
Can you cast magic on me? 'Cause I'm about to run down there.
That was an
Okay.
action.
Allannia, I think you should use an action to attack.
I don't think
Well, she already did
used
the action.
I
Yeah.
used my action to hit him.
yeah, you blasted him.
So there's nothing
Well
you
done.
can cast on me before I run down there?
Well, I was gonna put mage armor on you, but I think you have armor, and I can't do it if you have armor.
Well, mage armor only works for you.
Yeah, major armor works for you.
You might as well cast that if you can, just in case.
Rellya, quick note. You do hear a demonic
Well-
scream just completely, like, emanate out. Because remember that window's
Alright.
broken and stuff, so you're hearing quite a bit of sounds from outside. And you hear a thump noise.
Hell
Maybe-
yeah. Some hope returns to me.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that?
I don't think mage
Thinking
armor is
Marcus
for me. It
loses
says I touch a willing creature who isn't wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're the only one who's
Oh,
not
no,
wearing armor.
Yeah, you're right. It is touch, but yeah, you're
Well,
the only
that's
one
action.
Not wearing
that's not wearing armor.
That's an action anyway.
anyway.
Now, let me
Yeah,
ask
and-
you real quickly. I threw my axe. Did I automatically ready my swords back up, or did I sheath them?
Object.
It's kind of. You probably just sheathed one of your weapons and then threw your axe. I'm not going to worry about it because you have the the feat that lets
Right.
you stow and draw two weapons. So
Okay.
I think you're covered. You're
Okay.
fine. So
Alright, so
Allannia, if you wanted to move to put Marcus in sight, so maybe if you come up again, you can blast him with like a firebolt or something. You could, or
I'm waiting for Rellya to get her shot off on this fucking guy.
She's dealing with Dalton over there, though.
She's
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
unlock the door and come right here and be like, "Bitch!" As you know, that's what you have to do
We'll
while I
see.
make
We'll
my
see
way
what
down the
happens.
stairs.
all right, are you done, Allannia? You just want to
Yes.
stay right there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there because I don't think there's any.
Oh. Okay. He's no longer prone as he gets up.
That shit's good.
think he's pissed off.
What was this power? What did it do to me? And he's doubled over, Allannia, as you look down, and you can see him kind of slowly getting up. And he's kind of doubled over, like he looks like someone who's about to be sick, like he wants to like just puke. But he does not. You could tell he does not feel too well. And he.
I think he should flee like a little bitch.
I scream at him and be like, "You better run, because I am coming."
Yeah, you don't want him to flee. That would be bad. So he
Yeah.
doesn't. He does not flee.
He's gonna
But-
come into the tower. That would be fun.
He yells out at you, Dalton. Have you not killed that high elf yet? Hurry up! Kill her and help me with these two.
Not yet.
Huh?
No.
And then he's gonna dash.
Shoot.
Shit.
So
Coming in. Dang!
Marcus has entered the tower. And Allannia, you see him make a break for the tower as he looks up. And he's kind of stumbling a bit, and he's just clutching his body, and he's looking at his arms, and they're just crackling all over. And
Kyle,
he's
we
quite
need
upset.
one roll, just one. It's
Yeah,
your
I need
best
to-
attack, man.
I need to. Well, I've got my combat superiority as well.
Thinor, you're unconscious. Oh yeah, I need to remove the symbol here that you are no longer dying, but you were just incapacitated.
It's about time I roll a 1. I haven't rolled that yet.
Sorry, Thinor.
Okay, Ronin.
Go
I-
meet him.
I see him enter from above, and I run as fast as I can and be like, "I'm going to take out this foul creature. Promise me, sister. You stay here." And I haul ass down the staircase as much as I possibly can. I don't know if I can actually meet him, but I've got 100 steps I can move down.
Yeah, you're
Right.
gonna be like halfway down.
Damn.
Is there any bonuses for running downstairs?
It is
No,
easier to run down.
it's the same. It's 30. Which okay, I'll tell you what. By the rules, normally I think there is no rule about this. Actually, it's just assuming up is down. But yeah, I will let you if you want. This could be risky though. To make an acrobatics check to leap several stairs at a time as you descend to gain more ground. I don't think you're going to be able to get there in a round, though. I don't see that happening. That's a heck of a lot of steps for one round.
That would
Well,
be cool.
I still
In 6
at least-
seconds.
If I can get at least that much further and then just use a movement speed and then actually have an action against him.
Yeah, so it's
That's
risk,
worth it.
man.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah,
acrobatics
if you can
is
come up
0.
again the next time. Yep. So go ahead and roll an acrobatics check, and depending on how well you do. Now, if you
Got
roll a 5 or less, that I'm going to take that to mean that you lose your footing. You're probably going to tumble, and
I'm gonna
that's
tumble
not
all the
going to
way
be good.
down to him, and I'll
You're
be
full
prone.
hell. You're full hell.
Yeah. So go ahead, roll acrobatics.
Oh,
Okay. You just feel like it's too dangerous to try to really jump several steps at a time.
Okay,
You almost
well,
lost your footing a few times, so you just try to take it carefully. You go down 100 steps.
Okay, sweet. All right, pass. I know in my turn. I'm coming. Sure.
All right, Rellya. You see Marcus down there. He's in the doorway. Well, if you were to look out
Well,
you can
here's
look out
what
the
I'm gonna
window
do.
quite
Is
easily.
it an open
Describe
doorway?
this to me- Describe
Yes.
this to me when I'm done doing what
The
I'm
door's
doing.
open.
So, as soon as I hear all this and I hear Marcus screaming his demonic sound, and after this huge blast that happened, I take it something happened to him that was significant.
Yeah.
So, at that moment, I'm going to use this distraction. Is there a window in the back right here?
Yep.
I'm going to tell the woman and the family, I'm going to say, you all need to leave now. Make way through the back, and she points at the window. And she says, now, and she's going to leap. So that'd
Leap
be
through the
difficult
window?
terrain. Yeah, leap through the window. So what, 10 feet can probably do that, difficult terrain?
Okay, roll acrobatics.
That's a fucking door.
Let's see if you go prone
why don't you
as a
just
result
open
of
the
leaping.
fucking door, bro.
Because it's locked, and I don't want to...
It's locked from the inside.
Yeah, but I have to take an action when 19... Would you make me use a free object interaction?
Okay.
I would let you do a free object interaction, but the question is, would you really want Dalton? I don't know. Like, what would Rellya do? With the door locked,
Yeah, I don't want this door open.
Well,
Dalton
the glass is already
could
broke.
come
this,
in.
This is gonna look cooler anyway.
This is gonna look cool.
It's
And
so
you fall on your
Oh,
face like
crap.
an idiot as you hear Ronin scream from the top.
boy,
You should
dude.
have.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, you even get cut by some glass. You take 1 point of
Fuck,
damage is
dude.
all.
Oh, and I
You take 1 point of damage
Absolutely.
as glass cuts you as you leap through, and you do not tumble like how you thought. You're a bit too exhausted, and it hurts, right? The pain just got to you, and you are prone.
Damn.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna spend half my move. So
You already moved 10, and it's going to require half of your speed to get up.
So yeah, like
So
my
what you
max
got?
speed or current? Is it max or current?
It's you have.
Well, you took 10 speed to just move that far.
Yes, is it
So-
taking half my max speed? Or
Yeah, you'd be at 5 speed left if you stood up.
no, I'd be at.
Yep.
I would have 10 more.
5. Nope, you only have 5 speed left
Yeah,
after you
10
stand
plus
up.
15 is 25. You'd have 5 speed after getting up.
So it is half of my max. Okay, that's what I was wanting to know.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is hopefully Dalton didn't see that. It's quite a
Dalton's like, I just heard some fool fall out the window. over here."
I am going to move right here, and I'm guessing there's no way I can see him.
Okay, so you're not
Yeah.
prone anymore. Yeah, you can see Marcus is going to have some pretty good cover right there, though. Probably 3/4 cover.
Get that leg.
Go ahead and fire off a shot. See if you can do it. That's going to be a really
Yeah.
hard shot, but go for it. You never know.
She's
Roll a
gonna
19
do
or
it.
20, it's a crit.
Yeah, she's just gonna do it.
Okay, Rellya pulls up an arrow. She's desperate, and she lets it loose.
Yes.
18.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Hits,
So
though, right?
that's a 25. You get him.
Nice.
The arrow sinks into his shoulder as he thought he was taking cover, but a little bit of him was exposed just enough. And your arrow sings true, sinks into him for 9 points.
Piercing damage. Hell yes.
And that seemed highly effective. As you see the arrow just hit, and you just see him jerk away, and he has a hand right here clutching at the arrow, and he... and he's done, what has happened to me? Damn you!
And then she looks at Dalton and says, "Do your worst." And that's it.
Can I ask one more
Right.
thing? What's the maximum staircase? So I'm down 100, and what was...
172 steps, you're down 100.
Fuck, man. Okay.
Yep.
That's it. I'm done.
Well, the good news is you can't fly inside, right?
Listen, Kyle. If you take your movement, you should have like a tomahawk to throw at him.
Depends
Yeah,
on
you have one
If it's before Allannia's
hand axe
turn.
left. All right, round 11, guys.
You gotta go first, man.
Come on. I'll go, Dalton. You're last.
Yeah.
You better hope Allannia goes last, so he doesn't. He hasn't-
Oh, Ronin,
Okay.
Just
so,
Ronin, do that movement speed
Now,
now.
go ahead and
I'm
I'll
going
tell
to
you
do
what.
another acrobatics check.
Yeah, you roll a 15 or higher, and you will have enough to, with your momentum, to go blazing forth and make a full attack on him.
Okay.
If you roll a 15 or higher in acrobatics, but if you roll a 5 or lower, you're gonna fall.
Okay. Beast, I'm coming after you.
Funny.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
I
All right.
confront them. I confront
Ronin.
Marcus.
You hustle, and you hear the demonic voice just cascade up through the central column of the staircase. You know, and the sound just carries as he just, what has happened to me? And he seems like he suffered some, like another wound or something. And you just make haste, and you just start jumping every 3 to 4 steps at a time, and just leaping out. And you come around towards the bottom part, and you see Marcus with his back up against the edge of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And as the stairs come down, you have your swords at the ready, and you start rotating your wrists, and you just smile as you see him, and this Marcus guy with the reddish, goatee and his red hair. He just looks up at you, but you definitely notice this time something off about his eyes, and this energy is just crackling about him, and you whirl your blades around, and you can hear the whir of your blades cutting through the air, and you just engage him. And you
Okay,
use
so,
all your momentum and everything to come at him.
all right, so I would like to attack him, but on top of that, I want to use a combat superiority, and I want to use a precision attack.
Nice. Yes. Excellent.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so main hand.
Main hand attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! That's
Wow.
2 plus 3. That's 5. That
Yeah, that's
misses,
bad.
obviously.
Better hope your offhand hits for a lot, dude.
Now, I think superiority dice on the precision, you get to choose whether you want to use it or not after you see the roll, right?
I don't want to use it on this one.
Okay, right. So now your offhand, your right hand, you hear metal on metal as you attack. You misjudged it, and with your forward movement, and it hits the doorway. And it kind of throws your arm back, and hopefully it doesn't mess up your offhand attack.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your offhand.
Yes.
You want
16.
superiority?
And I want to use the superiority dice on it, so that's a D8.
I believe so, yes. I believe it's
Okay.
D8.
Does he not get like a bonus to it?
Oh,
Ooh.
yes. Now, mark off a superiority dice. So with that 8, that's a 24. Your offhand blade, as it's whirling around, and you kind of get jerked back because you hit the door frame. But your offhand, you just whirl around and you go with it. You go with the recoil action, and you spin around, and then your off blade just slices into him. Go ahead, roll damage.
That is a
D8 plus 3, I believe. Yep, D8 plus 3.
and
Donut. Oh, Kyle.
So 6.
6 damage. Yep. Damn it.
Damage is damage. We're good.
He's so close to dying. I'm sorry, I failed, sister. Thought I was gonna end it there, but I hit the fucking door.
All
right, Thinor, nothing you can do. You're incapacitated. Dalton.
Oh shit!
Dalton, you smile to
Taunted.
yourself as you see Rellya. As you saw her clumsily tumble through the window, and she lets loose an arrow and hit your master, Marcus. And you know that because you heard him growl out shortly after she let loose the arrow. And she's standing right there. She looks exhausted, weak. You know, there's no place in this world for the weak.
Foolish high elf.
Wicked.
Your clumsiness will be your end. So I will walk up,
Heck yeah.
so I will walk up to her, and I will use my maul. I'll use necromancy for inflicted wounds.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Whoops.
Oh, yes! Wait, is that the right roll? Please say yes.
Did you mean for that to be your role?
No, I'm trying
I
to link
think
this
that-
thing. I'm trying to link it.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't link. Can't link it.
No, that's the rule.
Yeah. it won't
okay.
link.
Inflict
let's use the
wounds.
first one. Let's just use any of those. What you're-
Yes. No, he's gonna roll again. It's gonna be like a 20 or a 19.
Yeah, I know, right? Now this is the real one.
It's 3 d10s. That's why. It's not a d20.
Oh. That's weird. What the heck?
Yes. Hieroglyphics.
Just what does your ability say?
Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On hit, the target
Yeah.
takes 3 d10 necrotic damage.
So it looks like you rolled it.
Yeah. So you rolled it. So that's the 11, whatever it was. So Rellya. Yeah, you see this dark, crackling energy appear in Dalton's hands as he reaches out and tries to transfer this energy into you. And you leap back just in time, and the energy fades away. And Dalton, and it might be a little bit frustrating to you.
But I've only moved,
Yep.
10 feet?
I don't know.
Oh,
I see what's happening
please.
here.
Move away from me.
There you go. Master.
Well, Dalton, if you move away, now remember you have your maul out, so if she does not disengage, you'll get a free attack on her because you're threatening her. She'll have to turn and engage you or take a disengage action, which will slow her down.
Okay, so I can attack again with a spell? Is that what you're...
No, so attack of opportunity. It's a reaction. So
Okay.
what you're doing by threatening her like this is you're kind of making her make a choice whether she wants to risk getting you a free attack on her, or she's going to have to take a disengage action to safely move away without causing that attack of opportunity, which will limit what she can do on her turn.
Okay, so
Probably smarter to just stay there and threaten her with your maul.
okay, I will stay put then.
Okay.
Nice.
And if she doesn't move away from you, then you could try inflict wounds again. Maybe
can.
get her that time. Oh,
Can only
Rellya.
So
You need
with
to hit
my-
that Marcus.
Well, since he's in melee range of me, I would be at disadvantage now. Trying to hit Marcus.
Yes, that is another point. So whenever you try to do a ranged attack, if there's an enemy within 5 feet of you, your ranged attack is made with disadvantage. So by you doing this, you help protect your master Marcus from, you can kind of disrupt his shot in a way because of the disadvantage.
Right.
Where's the door over here to the tower? Is it...
It's right in the center, like
Yeah,
right
Oh, it is in the center.
there. Yeah.
So if I would have to move towards this direction for the shot to reduce that penalty of hitting him one night.
Well, he has 3/4 cover. Yeah, you'd have to maybe get way over, like there. Yeah.
Let's try to roll another 20 again.
Yeah, just shoot him again.
No.
Fuck it, dude. Don't have anything to lose.
No,
Fine.
with disadvantage, I do. A lot of work. What are you talking about?
Oh, because you're
well,
in melee range.
You
of
could
Dalton.
risk the attack of opportunity, just get closer and then take the shot.
Yeah,
and just-
move here and then just shoot.
Yeah.
Better hope I don't go first next turn.
Yeah, I know. Well,
At this point, he should be like half cover, right? I don't know.
I'll just. So.
You could be the hero right now. Wait, hey, can I ask you, will Dalton be...
You know, I'll give you he'll have just half cover if you were to move up there.
And also,
Yeah.
I got a
Going
quick
right
question.
there, and I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay, now before he leaves your reach, Dalton, you get a free swing with your maul if you want. You can try to strike him down. Or her, I mean.
I
Strike
will
her down.
try.
Alright, this cursed high elf. Go ahead, roll your maul, which is, let's see, d20 plus 4.
What the
Fuck
fuck?
ass Cleric.
Is that damage?
No, it's the attack roll.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, holy
Yeah,
cow.
damage. But that's still a pretty good attack roll. That means you got some muscle.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Smack
That
you on your
clocked
ass.
ya. So, Dalton, roll 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Oh,
What
shit.
the shit?
This could be 14 damage.
2d6 plus what?
Plus 2, I
2.
believe.
Yeah.
Casey, how much
6
health
plus
do you
2.
have?
2d6 plus 2 for the maul damage.
Casey, how much health do you have?
Okay, he survives.
Yeah, he survives the hit.
Okay.
Don't
You
worry
get whacked.
about it.
The air gets blasted from your lungs as this maul comes down, and you're looking at Marcus. You're not even really paying attention to Dalton. You're just kind of like, I gotta take this demon down or this
Yeah.
creature, and whack, you get nailed, and yeah, it hurt. You know, but you just stumble forward, and you pull out your arrow, and you're just getting it ready,
Yeah.
and you hit. You hit.
Oh, God.
Well
Oh my
done.
God.
Arrow sinks in. You know, you have sweat dripping down. You got blood dripping down from the cuts from the glass. You're on your last leg,
Oh,
and you rolled
yeah.
crap.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Bitch.
okay.
I
You
got well.
you grazed him. That was just a
freaking maul.
graze. Yeah.
That's one.
That-
what?
That maul attack
3.
probably threw you off a little bit with your shot, but you still managed to just nick him.
Damn it. That's to your
Dude.
God,
Crap. Are you done?
It's, it'll be Alania's turn next.
All right,
Now-
Allannia.
I want to mention that I have a high feeling that even if we kill Marcus very soon, that Dalton is still going to be under his effect. So you might want to run down the stairs.
No.
I
You
was
won't make it
actually-
there in time.
Can I scale down the window? There's a
You should just jump off
Wait,
and
what
break
just
your
happened?
legs.
There's a cockroach, I think she said.
Yeah, she's a cockroach.
What?
The cockroach wanted to come out and play D&D.
Yeah, she wants to
Yeah.
grab a
Okay.
shoe and kill it. Let's go.
I don't know where it went. Kyle, can you come in here?
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's the size of a bugbear!
this is quite an interesting battle.
Where was it?
It
This
was
is-
on my vanity right there, right where my nail file is.
Yeah, DM, have you ever had a match last this long?
Did you
Yeah.
No,
You
I
went
think
on
this
the-
is the longest that it's lasted, but
got
there's
it.
definitely a lot of stuff that's been going on in this fight that, it's quite interesting. Good.
You guys squished a poor cockroach. He was just wanting to watch you guys.
He's smaller than you. You didn't want to hurt him.
Man,
He was looking at the screen. He's like, "Whoa, that bitch got
here.
kill it."
All you gotta do is be a man. When you see it, smash it. Finish
That's
the
why
match.
I have you.
We gotta finish this match, dude. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's not gonna jump on you and.
What if it's one of the flying ones?
It's not. I saw it.
Was it a Palmetto bug? Or was it
not-
actual
I don't
cockroach?
know. That's like it's a medium-sized cockroach. It's not a big deal. They move quickly, but just if you see it, smash it.
Okay.
Was it an actual cockroach or was it like a beetle of some sort?
No, it's a cockroach. I don't know what type. It's not a wood. Which I'm not sure.
Anyways, we were saying how you should just jump off.
I have a mole.
But no, so Allannia,
You have an ability that's like 120 range. Shoot that motherfucker
Yeah, shoot Dalton. Fuck
No.
him.
before the end of your
I
turn.
was
Yeah.
going to use the mirror to shoot Dalton
could.
if I couldn't scale down.
you could.
Yeah,
Dalton,
shoot
you can get, with the angle of the mirror, you can get Dalton out there with the mirror.
What we have to
And
do
you
is
do
prevent,
see, yeah, Dalton is clearly trying to kill Rellya.
Alright.
we have to prevent Dalton from somehow meeting Marcus to heal him. That would be
Sorry,
the worst
brother.
thing ever.
But I cannot
Alright.
join you.
You power it up. Go ahead and roll your +2.
But
D20.
Allannia, what's the range on your abilities? What if you run down the stairs? Are you within range to hit him before the end of your turn?
No, there's
But
no
my
way.
stuff doesn't
No.
bend like
No way.
wanted.
Steel
He was
stairs.
able to get inside the tower that kind of screwed
Yeah.
things there.
I have to get all the way to the bottom to be able to hit him.
But what's the range on your abilities? How far can you shoot down the stairs?
Well,
120 feet for her firebolt.
for
Yeah,
my
but
fireball.
100. That's what I'm saying.
There's so
Yeah,
much.
but it doesn't bend with the
But there's
tower.
there's stairs,
Final
right?
stage,
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
and you
it's
have to
not-
be able to see your target. She cannot see
It-
Marcus right now.
Yeah, it's
She
not
knows
an
he's in
open-
the tower, but she cannot see him.
It's not an open whole stairway in the middle like you're thinking it is. We can just
Oh,
scroll
okay.
her
That's
down
what I'm
and see at
thinking.
the
I'm
bottom.
thinking you can look through the opening in the middle and maybe
No.
possibly.
Yeah, it would have to
No.
like be some sort of like heat-seeking fireball.
Mhm. All right, light that bitch up, Sergio.
Oh my!
Ooh.
Oh
Alright,
It's
yeah.
Dalton.
Later,
Who's
Dalton, you're
death?
going straight to
Dalton!
hell.
You see a flash of light, and it kind of seems somewhat nostalgic for you in some way. You just can't quite
Yeah.
put your finger on it, but you see this brilliant light coming towards you.
The true
And
power of the sun.
It completely envelops you. Go ahead, roll the 2d20.
Oh, you're so fucked.
Feel the power of the sun.
Hell.
unless you roll like
Hey,
two
baby,
ones.
when you roll the d20, go cruise, son.
Just say it for me in 3 seconds.
All right,
1, 2, 3.
cruise, son.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
19.
I wish you
Plus-
could have rolled that on the big guy.
Yeah, no shit, he'd be dead already.
That's like Dalton's health
Yeah.
bar almost twice.
Dalton's dead. That's
Dalton,
right.
you
Yeah.
are dying as you are enveloped by this searing radiant light. And you
Ha.
go down as you feel like this intense warmth and brilliance of light. Who knows, maybe you'll remember that, and that will help steer your course back into the service of Amonitor, the sun god, and that brilliant
Yeah.
power that you
No.
remember.
The Monitor has punished you.
Yeah.
So, Allannia, nice shot, man. You're deadly with that.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Here.
Yeah.
Good job, sister.
Are you done?
I am.
Okay.
Well done, sister.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh,
actually, no. You know what? I'm not done. I'm so sorry. Can I go down the stairs now?
yes, you can start going down the stairs.
I'm going to go ahead and start doing that.
The crackling energy about Marcus fades.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're down. Just make it easy. You went down. What did I say? 50 steps. So you're down 50 steps, Allannia.
Can I go down 100?
You just used the mirror
Oh, yeah, that's
as an action. Yeah. So, Ronin, you see Marcus as he's definitely hurting, and then the energy just fades from him, and he just says, "You dare defy me?" And he, well, let's see what he does.
I bade you to try, foul beast.
Why'd your sword have to hit the fucking door?
Yeah, no shit. You're lucky my
Right.
sword hit the door. As long as he doesn't levitate, I don't know what my range of swing is. I don't
Probably
know.
has his magic back by now. He might.
Try to heal himself. It's gonna be like full heal.
How's he gonna
He's gonna be like,
levitate
"Oh,
in the
shit."
tower if there's no fucking middle call?
Okay.
He'll
You can
levitate
walk out.
10
Well,
feet
we'll
above
see
the
what
air.
happens. He's going after Rellya now.
I think you just hit him and he's gonna try to kill you. That's what I would do if I was a bad guy.
Heal the enemy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say, what?
You see him.
You did
say-
good. Here's a heal.
And in his hand, suddenly you see this black spear appear in his hands. And he looks at you and smiles, and he jabs you, or attempts to jab you with this spear.
Save it, Kyle. Save it.
I've got a couple
Okay.
of abilities I have in mind to use.
And as he tries to jab you with this spear, you twirl around your blade like this, and you parry him, and you hear the sound of your metal blade screeching across this metal spear, and it just and there's sparks that fly as you thrust his spear outwards. But then he does a twirl of his own, and he doubles back, and he tries to stab you
Hold on.
again.
During the first miss, can I use riposte? The dice maneuver. Whenever a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction. And
yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're
I would like to
reaction?
use. It's actually, I looked up the definition and heard how it was said, and it's riposte. It's not riposte or whatever. So if you hit, you add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Okay. Yep.
So I got to roll a d20, right?
Yep. You're gonna then kind of leverage the fact that he left himself open by missing, and you're going to try to seize that opportunity and just cut into him.
Kyle for the win.
Oh, that was almost
Fucking
funny.
hey, man. Jesus.
All right, mark off the superiority die, and
That's
that
two.
was your reaction. And
if he misses again, I can still use it, though. Right?
yes, you can. Wait,
two more.
no, it's a reaction. You only get one reaction per
combat phase.
per turn, basically.
Damn it.
So you'll get another reaction at the start of your next turn. You'll get another reaction that you can use.
Gotcha.
But he's gonna, so you try to stab him, but he whirls around, and this time you left yourself open. So there's this battle, there's this dancing footwork between the both of you, but he jabs you. He gets through your defenses, and what's the damage on this? Ooh. As he hits you as well, you notice that the tip of the spear just completely is engulfed in flames.
So I'm going to be burning alive. That's great. Fuck you, Dalton.
As you take 9 points of damage.
I'm your flesh wound, demon.
And he was the last one to go in that round. All right, let's shuffle. Let's keep it going. Round number 12.
First.
Give it to me.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Should be the last one.
Yes.
Death
well,
save.
Surviving.
Death save
roll,
for
bro.
Dalton.
So this is a D20, right?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, good. I want you to listen. Oh,
That is one
Yes,
failure.
That's a fail.
So go ahead and mark one failure down.
What happens if the game ends before he saves or fails all his throws? He's automatically just saved?
Well,
It depends if people can get to him before he dies. Ronin.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so I still have 2 die left for my...
Yep, you got your reaction back that you can use for if he misses you again. And, and you still have...
Okay. So I'll prepare...
Wait, how many superiority dice do you have? You should have 2 left, right?
I've used 2, so I have 2 left.
Okay, I marked that off of your sheet
Thank you.
for you.
Okay,
Yep.
so I will lunge towards him with the full brunt of my attack in order to slay this beast once and for all.
All right.
And I'll roll for attack on my first blade. And that's a 9.
What's your plus?
It's 3, I think.
Plus 5.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
5.
add plus
Okay.
5 after your die roll, just so it automatically includes it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, plus 5.
It's a lot
Gotcha.
easier.
Okay, so 14.
Okay, and that he sidesteps it, and he brings down the butt of his spear, and it just knocks your blade to the side. So you got your offhand. Bring it in.
Hold on a second. Okay, all right, for my second attack. Please, God. All right.
The fucking 20, dude.
Damn!
Jesus Christ, dude.
These die rolls are on our
my
side.
God.
This
Gosh.
is insane. He's literally within death strike, and I can't
I know.
hit him, man.
And he leaps to the side, and with the tip of his spear, he knocks your other blade downward. You might be leaving yourself slightly exposed there for him to do a quick upward thrust with the spear. Who knows? Anything else you could do?
I mean, I can do a precision attack. I mean, that's 8.
Maybe Kyle, you should back up.
Don't do it. Don't do it precision, because I'll tell you right now, no matter what you roll, you have no.
Yeah, even if I roll an 8, it's over. So I can't throw in a tomahawk at him as my section.
No, you already did your action and bonus action because you did both attacks, main hand, offhand.
Okay, well then can I do an action surge?
You've already done the action surge. Actually, I marked it off on your sheet because I noticed you didn't mark it off because you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant second wind.
Well, second wind will let you recover hit points equal to D10 plus your level. You could use it, but you're like. Actually, yeah, you could.
To use it?
I'd rather use it to get the fall just in case he.
Oh, I think it is. I think it's a bonus action to use it. It is. So you've already done a bonus action.
Okay, well then I end my turn.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to move out of the way?
No, I'm gonna stay here and be a target. No, because Rellya still has a chance to attack.
Okay. Thinor is
I'm not moving.
unconscious. Allannia, you can make it down the stairs. Now, do you want to try to rush down the stairs? I'll do the same thing that I did with Ronin if you want to like try to skip downstairs.
Yes, please.
Okay, do an acrobatics.
That's D20.
Oh,
Huh.
7 plus.
You sure acrobatics
Plus 2, so it's a 9. You know, you don't fall, but you feel like that's a little bit too scary for me. You're a little bit too reserved. You want to be safe, and you just go the 100. So you're almost there. In fact, you can definitely hear the sounds of battle, of metal on metal, steel on steel. You know, this demon creature like growling, and Ronin kind of like, and you know they're engaged in this melee fight.
Can she see him, or is she in range?
Nope, she can't see, but she just had to do a dash anyways. So
I'm
you're
20
getting close.
stairs away.
Yep.
All right.
Not quite. Alrighty.
Bring it on, you foul beast.
All right. Maybe you left yourself exposed for the upward thrust with his spear, and oh shiznit, you did. He gets you as he thrusts it upwards, and it sticks you right in the shoulder.
Wouldn't that be fun to kill this all when he's this low health?
Crap.
Allannia will be able to take him up, even if I die. There's no way if he's getting
16 points of damage. Wow.
Okay.
I mean, he hit you really hard. Like, you left yourself open, he just thrust upwards with his spear, and it just stuck you right up, like, in the center, piercing through in the intense flame that erupted out from his spear. You even got burned, and that hurt.
Okay.
But then he pulls it out of you, and then he tries to stab you again. And he tries it again, but you whirl your blade quickly around, and knocks his spear to the side.
Riposte.
Just narrowly avoiding you. So, okay, go ahead, do that. Roll an attack. Now, you get to add your superiority dice to the damage if you hit, right?
Right.
On that? Okay.
come on, dice roll.
Come on.
Yeah.
You knocked his spear to the side.
It's +5. Did I already roll it?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
D20 plus 5. Damn, what the hell?
Man.
Oh, it was almost
Come
a
on.
15.
This is insane, man. I've been this hard ever, and
He is really doing well toe-to-toe with you. You think you have him, but then he smiles and he rotates around and uses the butt end of his spear again and just knocks your blade to the side. And he just growls at you. You're going to have to do better than that, boy. And Rellya.
Not over yet.
Rellya, you see a battle commencing there. You see the blades from Ronin as he's like, they're kind of in the doorway. You do have a shot, though. It's a difficult shot, but
would I have
there
a
is
shot right here as well?
Yeah, just half cover. He's going to have half cover because of the doorway. So you can try to take on Marcus there.
I will.
He's got like 12 health left.
Oh, crap. Is 18 good enough?
It hits the door on the outside of the tower and just bounces off.
Damn it.
Not even 18's good enough.
This dude's armor class must be like 1 billion or something. It's insane.
Alright, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, man. Another round.
Give it to me.
Round 13.
Round 13.
I need to redeem
My
myself.
gosh, this is insane.
This will only
Yeah,
take
so this was an actual session today.
Yeah, this was an actual session.
Yeah, I told my
Oh
wife
my
it'll just
God.
be an
Oh my
hour.
God,
It'll
he's
be over
gonna
quick.
Kill me, dude.
They're
I have one more
screwed.
dice. I
There's
have one
no
more
way. Oh my gosh, Marcus. Yeah,
Oh,
he's being quite effective here.
Come on. Please
Now
miss your first attack.
note, I think. Yeah, you
I have
already used your
one.
reaction. Yeah, but you've already used a reaction. You don't get
This
it
is a
again
new-
until your
this is a
card
new-
comes up. It's a
Oh,
new round, but
shit.
you get a reaction once it's your turn again.
Well,
But
I'm
because his
good.
card beat yours, you don't have a reaction.
Allannia, please avenge my death. This is death, dude.
And he just stabbed you for exactly how many health you have left.
Yeah.
And the flame cascades out and just bursts out the tip of the spear as he thrusts it into your side, and you just you can't help but just kind of catch it, and it just burns your hands and everything. You're just like, ugh. And what do you say to Allannia? You hear her footsteps coming down the stairs.
As she sees me take my last hit and fall to my death, as my last breath, I say, Allannia, please avenge this creature on my death." And then I fall to the ground dead.
Or dying.
Unconscious.
Dying.
Unconscious. Yeah.
Wait, doesn't he have that potion?
I've already no, I can't use it. I have no action. I have no reaction. I'm fine.
Yeah. That's some
All
word
right.
for it.
So
This
you
dude got
are.
so lucky, man. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
you rolled terrible.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was so bad. But he, unfortunately,
He's gonna run up the stairs and try to smack
Well,
you, babe.
he was in the flows of combat here. So,
No, don't tell me.
yep. He stabs you again
Oh,
as you are dropping to the ground,
Oh,
and he
God,
stabs
man.
you. So you have one failure. Anytime you take damage while you are dying, basically at 0 hit points, it's an automatic failure. If you take
Gotcha.
damage and it's a crit hit, you take 2 failures. But
Okay.
it was not a crit. So
even with advantage?
I rolled with advantage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he
Oh God. Come
yeah.
on now.
You just have
Between
one
two,
failure
bro.
already though on you,
Okay,
Ronin.
thank you.
So go ahead
Alright.
on your sheet, mark 1 failure.
Okay.
And you and Jeremy look good.
Okay, come, guys.
Do you care to suffer the same fate as this one? And he hears footsteps coming. And Allannia, you enter the scene just as Kyle said, basically as you come upon and you see Ronin fall just right when you get there, and he takes another stab at Ronin. He looks up at you and just says, how you care to suffer the same fate? He says, cease and serve me now, and I promise you power beyond your imagination.
Yeah. And then I scream to avenge my brother. Wait, can I use my potion on him? Or is that an action?
You
That'd be an
can.
action.
You can free object interaction, pull out your potion, and you can basically administer it to him with your action. Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
With my action, so that'd be my... I wouldn't be able to
No,
attack.
it's an action. It's an action to use a magical potion. Whether you use it on yourself or dump it down someone's throat, it's an action.
I need to do something.
This is a tough call. You either can try to kill him now, or you can heal me. It's up to you.
Yeah, if you keep more than 5 feet away between him and you, you could use Firebolt or even Magic Missile. Thing about Magic Missile, by the way, it's guaranteed to hit. There's no chance of it missing. It's sure damage.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and use Magic Missile then.
You leave me dying at the feet
Crank
of
it
this
up to a
demon.
second level slot.
Okay?
I
Yeah.
can't use it at a second level slot,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you're out of them.
Right.
Can you link it?
But she's still
yeah.
going to do, I believe, 3.
3d4.
Well, okay, just ignore that die roll. I know that when you're meaning to do the spell card, I don't know why it's...
Want me to do it again? Or try to link it again?
Yeah, that's.
Just
Ooh.
roll
Yeah.
3D. Just roll 3D4.
Go ahead, try it again.
1.
There we go.
Whoa,
Okay.
what happened to it?
Evocation.
do it.
1. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice.
So the name of the spell is missing all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Yeah.
A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage.
Oh, so 3d4 plus 3.
Yes. So roll that 3d4 and kill this foul beast.
Mm,
So, yeah, so 3
Do I have
D,
any
3
lesson?
darts. So,
3d4 plus 3.
so the
Yeah.
different people do this differently. I still like the old school approach of each bolt,
It's
the
10
dart getting
damage.
its own die. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
10 damage.
10 damage.
What do you say as you try to avenge Ronin? As you saw him go down, so these 3 bolts of glowing energy appear at your side, and you
Hey, not
just
for you then, brother.
and you thrust your hands forward like this as you're like commanding these bolts to just streak out, and you just glare down Marcus right eye to eye, and these 3 bolts of energy just streak in and pound Marcus. And he gets, like, just in succession, like, almost instantaneously, these 3 bolts pound into him, and he screams out in a rage, and he says, "No!" And he had exactly 10 hit points left.
No way.
Oh, yeah!
So well done, Maria. Yeah, well
Nice.
done, Allannia. These
Took that
magic
guy down
missiles.
single-handedly.
Oh, my goodness, man.
So he goes down. Now, one thing that you notice as he says no, he says, "You think this is the end?" And he starts to laugh as he just crumbles to the ground, and his flesh just starts to immediately start to dissipate, like kind of just
phase.
like
Phase 2.
scatter around.
Phase 2, yep.
And for a moment, you see also the form. Okay, the form of Marcus just melts away like butter. And before he completely dematerializes, you see a figure with reddish skin, and he has these like bat-like wings, and he has these horns, and he even has a tail, and he has these thick plates of armor all about his body. And he's just laying there and kind of like convulsing a bit, and then he just suddenly just melts away and fades away.
Nice.
Very
Back
good.
to the abyss with that bastard.
As Allannia, you know that, with these fiends and stuff, you basically just banished him to his own plane of existence. He is no longer welcome on this material plane. And
years or so.
yeah, so you kind of understand the effect that this had. So, Ronin, I think it's safe to say Allannia can easily dump that potion. You know what? Unless you roll a 1. So, Dalton. Yeah, we need to figure out who dies, if you guys are interested to see who actually dies here.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go.
Dalton, go ahead and roll.
D20.
Okay, that's a success. That's good.
Nice. I think that would last long enough for someone to get there.
I got to roll, right? Oh, well.
Rellya, you saw what just happened as you see these bolts of energy just hit Marcus, and you even saw him, like the visage of Marcus just fade away, and you saw this monstrous-looking beastie creature as he
And
screamed out in agony and faded away.
Really, is the thing dead?
I believe he is.
And then she puts down her bow and she says, "Finally!" And then she's gonna turn around and she's gonna go see what's up with Dalton, and hopefully maybe he's cured of his madness. Try to get him up or see if he's even still alive. You saw that magnificent.
Well, yeah, you can move to him. You can move my neck.
Yeah, so you can get next to him.
I just
And
can't do anything yet.
Yeah. Okay. Ronin, make a death save. Now, this is bad because if you... Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's a save. That's
Nice.
good.
Good rolls.
Okay,
Well, they'll
next...
live now, right? Oh, wait, no. He did come.
Well, we'll just do one more round real quick. Round 14.
Nice.
A
Okay,
new record.
he's dead. This card goes to Maria. as she
Nice.
took out the big bad evil guy.
Give me the
Oh,
potion,
Dalton.
sister.
Yep, you have to roll again, Dalton.
Oh man.
Yes,
Say,
that's good. That's 2
That's
successes.
Oh, let's see.
Excuse me.
Ronin. Wow, another save for you, Ronin.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yes.
Okay, so
But
you
double
just
it,
didn't.
you know.
Yeah, you just didn't want
Yeah,
to
hell no.
roll.
A one.
a one there.
Yeah.
A one would
Yeah,
have
a
been
1 would have been the end of you. So that's your
Yeah.
second failure.
So we all live.
But Allannia,
The
you do the potion. He's gonna survive. Let's see. Thinor, you're stable. Rellya,
Oh, do I need to do a medicine check or something?
you have a. Did you do the potion?
I already used mine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used
Oh,
it
okay.
earlier. So you can't.
Let's
do
see.
it.
Let's see if you can bind his wounds. Do a medicine check.
All right.
See if you can stabilize.
Oh hell no.
Yikes.
Nope.
And Rellya yells out, "I need some assistance over here. I can't seem to stop the bleeding."
Okay, now we're in round 15.
Wait, am I officially up now? Am I still prone and am I still in a dying state?
No, you are awake as the So Maria, roll 4d4 plus 4. Okay, you are at 15.
God, look at the power of one of them potions. I wish I had one of those.
Yeah.
Hey, we're still on with
Alright,
the mystery
so
potion.
I have a potion if I can get to him in time, as long as he doesn't fail.
Yeah,
What if-
and
could
you're
throw
no
the potion?
longer dying, but you are prone, Ronin. So it's going to take half your speed to
Okay.
get up. Round
might
15,
be-
Allannia. Okay, nothing you can do. Right, you're just kind of like, oh, you're alive, brother.
I think.
Just to kind of move this along real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious to see the order of things here.
Yep.
Wow,
yeah, two
see,
fails
this
and
is
two
why. So
success,
Dalton,
right?
you're going to have to roll another check here.
Is
What
this
is
the
roll a
deciding
success?
factor?
Yep, this is the deciding factor right here. Okay,
Ah.
that's a success. So you stabilize.
Nice.
Everyone, wow. So
This is the first adventure where
Wait,
we've all
time
lived.
out. Because he
Yep.
lived, is he still a zombie, or is because Marcus has been banished, is he coming
The
back?
mirror seems
Well-
to have removed the spell.
Oh, okay.
well,
Maybe.
so
I don't
over
know.
time,
We
so
don't know.
you guys check the pulses and everything. You know, like everyone seems to be alive. They're stable. So with a bit of effort and some help, maybe from some townspeople, you know, eventually those who actually were down for the count, Dalton and Thinor, you guys eventually recover. And when you recover, Dalton,
Mm.
as you awaken, you're like, you can still hear the crackle of burning embers and stuff. You then, all these memories start flooding into your mind as you recall all the things that you did when Marcus basically commanded you and charmed you. And you feel immediately sick as you have these images of you attacking Rellya and having this desire to kill her and to kill everyone. And then you picture this woman with the children and how you didn't care about them at all, and you nearly almost killed this woman and 2 children with your burning hands and stuff. And then you remember the sensation of being nearly just consumed by this bright, radiant energy. And you just feel sick to your stomach, the things that you did, but at the same time, you also realize that this creature, this like demonic entity, had some control over you. And you now, you now feel some remorse a little bit, but at the same time, you realize that, I don't know, depending on how you want your character to like react to this, either he's guiltless or maybe he does feel a little bit of guilt. I don't know if maybe he wants to get some restitution or something. Maybe something, you know, developmental wise, if we were to keep playing these characters, that could be a fun thing to explore with your character. Like, you know, try to have restitution
Like
for the
these
things that he
Right,
did.
which I definitely will.
Yeah.
Like,
So, anyways, so Dalton, definitely you realize, wow, like that was a horrible, horrible experience. Like that was scary. Like I need to destroy evil in this world all that I can. You know, nothing like that should be allowed to come upon the land again. That was terrible.
I'm on
So-
Forgive me.
Yeah. So you're gonna be praying for forgiveness for quite a bit. Now, all your characters, you start meeting with the town people. There's some taking stock of the dead. A lot of people died from the destruction that this demonic entity rained upon the town. But you guys eventually make your way back to Warrington, and you give an account of the tale. And all of you, miraculously, you survived. Like,
Never happened.
I gotta tell you, before we started, I thought for sure it was gonna be one and done, like quick. There's no way you guys could do it. But well done on the rolling, Maria. Allannia totally rocked it. Like seriously, she totally
I
rocked
had like
it.
3 rounds to slay this fucking guy, and
You
I got
did, and
completely just
3s and
rolls.
5s, terrible rolls. That sucks. But at the same time, it gave kind of an awesome melee combat fight going on toe-to-toe with Marcus, which hasn't happened before. This is the first time I ran this session, or this adventure, where not a single death occurred, like fatality.
Wait,
Wow.
can we talk about those zombies back in the?
Yeah. So you guys eventually, you go back, you help dispose of the zombies, and there's even like a proper burial for the townspeople. The people that did survive are extremely grateful for you, and you guys eventually go back to Warrington and give an account to Lord Blackwell. And you guys do. You guys get all these praises and everything. Unfortunately, Gowan and his wife Beatrice did not survive. They did perish. Marcus killed them. Like the town will need some assistance from the province to rebuild. The town was pretty much destroyed, but there's enough survivors that they are pretty determined to rebuild. Try to pick up their lives and move on. But
Hey,
you guys,
was Willowdale, right?
yes, this was Willowdale.
Is it
But you
Camelot
guys,
right outside of Willowdale, or Camelot's near Willowdale?
I don't know. I made up Willowdale. I don't know.
What it's a real city, right? It's near Camelot.
I did not know that, but
That's awesome,
that's cool.
dude.
Okay. But yeah, you go back to Warrington, and yeah, the you guys each have to give an account of the events as they happen and stuff, and they kind of pieced it together, and then they realize, yeah, that creature sounds like it definitely was like a demon. It was a devil from the 9 hells, and such a power to be let loose upon the land. You guys did extremely well. Like for being initiates, that was well above what a lot of people thought was. There's no way you guys could have defeated a devil from the 9 hells, but you guys did. And you guys get full ranking membership in the Ruby Legion, which means, Allannia, you guys, you have free access to all the libraries in any guild house across the land in Neradia. But with that, curtain closes. You guys were successful. You guys did it.
Nice.
Well done.
Good job.
Past 2 times, my character has died. Never
And
thought
this
I
is
was
the
gonna
first
live
time
again.
CJ's character, which he's played Rellya every time. Yep, this is the
Yep.
first time that he actually survived.
Oh yeah, 3rd time's the
Everybody
charm.
survived.
Well done, guys. That was fun.
Oh,